coming in already? We'd already clapped everything. Good, the sound working. Oh Lord, listen. No, cool. We can keep this. We can keep this. Ralph, what's up, baby?
What's up?
Man, you on Anxiety Issues podcast, man. How's it going?
Hey, he was just cussing you out too, Ralph.
Hey, Bone said I was just cussing you out.
Hey, he was just cussing you out. Hey, I told him, I talked to Ralph today, man. I said, I'm going to shoot him my project. He said, give him a week. He spazzed.
I was like, God damn, brother, a week?
I can't have both of y'all mad at me.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you, man. Somebody asked me when the project was coming out. I said, shit, I don't even want to rap no more. I done retired. Look at Ralph. All right, man, I was just fucking with you, man. I ain't want nothing, brother.
Y'all on the podcast?
Yeah, you live, man. You want to promote your one of your favorite spots out there?
Let's see. What do we got? Farhelian Studios. That's the favorite spot.
Nah, that's a fact, man. Anybody needs some work done in Atlanta, Farhelian Studios, we'll put the link in the bio because I can't spell it. I ain't even gonna try to.
That is the GOAT too, y'all. Award-winning.
Yeah, award-winning engineer. That's a fact, though. I appreciate it, man. No, I just figured you had somebody famous in there over me. I know Big Crit album come first. Oh, man. All right, man. Take it easy, big brother. Be safe out there.
All right, y'all.
All right. Hey, you are now tuned into the Anxiety Issues podcast. I am Adam 12 Taylor. I am one half of this show here with my brother Boneface of Boneface Inc., man. And go ahead and introduce our guest for today. We'll get into it early.
We got my brother from another mother, Shaun Hartsfield, starter and founder of Hype, helping youth in Pensacola endure. Right. You feel me? I put the words behind the acronym. I take pride in that Hype.
Oh, so
he knew he wanted to call
so that's
it
what Hype stand for?
Yeah, but he didn't know what he wanted it to stand for. He just knew he wanted to say
Hit me with
Hype.
it one more time. What is that?
Helping youth in Pensacola endure.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
Who stumbled up on that? How you get that, man?
I just
the rapper in you?
Yeah, that what it was. But yeah, he's the founder of Hype, nonprofit youth organization that does all sports, baseball, football. It grew to be like one of the best programs in the city. If you play football for Hype, you damn near a winner going into high school. So and on top of that, he's done a lot of other things in the city. I don't want to discredit you, bro. So kind of run down your shit and don't be bashful. Tell these folks what the fuck you got going on, and who you is, and what you do.
I'm Shaun Hartsfield, like he said, brother from another mother, founder of Hype Pensacola, helping youth Pensacola endure, owner of 7 Strings Financials, which is an investment firm, owner of Quality Custom Uniforms.
Come on.
So that's what I got going on. Like you said, though, when it comes to Hype, we do a lot, youth sports. We do a lot of community give backs, back to school giveaways, Easter egg hunts, turkey drives, you name it. We service the youth, but we also service the community in the areas where it's needed.
Yeah, and we do the turkey drive every year together. We're doing it. I think we missed last year together. We ended up doing something separate, but we'll probably come together. But for the past 3-4 years, we've done a turkey drive together. That's always epic. So y'all look forward to that and be ready to give us y'all money to help us out. Man, that's we can't feed everybody on our own. So.
Man, I'm gonna get rich if I keep hanging around y'all rich folks, man. I'm developing a nice little, some rich guys that I can reach out to, man. That's cool, man. I got to get me some money. They say if you hang around it long enough, you know what I mean? Some kind of entrepreneurial spirit got to hit me, right?
Yeah, but we've been bouncing off each other since we was kids, though, man. Yeah. Just as far as ideas and business ideas, like I think bro has been a hustler since we were 12, 13. Like we was in high school, he owned the sound shop that was like putting stereos in cars and shit. Not worked at one, like owned one. We in high school, bro. Yeah. This man already got a whole business like installing car stereos and shit. You feel me? So we've always been people to kind of motivate each other, to keep each other going. Been knowing bro since we were in diapers damn near.
Right. Dope,
you
man.
Feel me? So and our kids were raised together, and there's that. But yeah, that's who that is. We ain't gonna harp on who he is too much because we know who he is now.
Yeah,
We're gonna get into the podcast.
Well, all the positivity that was just spewed out, I feel like I'm here to bring the negativity. That's just what I do.
I kind of felt like that's what coming. That's why I said we ain't gonna even talk about him because I know you probably got.
I can't wait to have something positive to bring to the podcast, and I'm helping out the youth. I'm here with just dumbass questions.
You ain't never opened up with like a Bob Ross vibe. It ain't never really nothing.
That's really not my
Yeah,
gig,
you ain't
man.
gonna start out good.
Yeah, I'm not really here for that, man. My first question I want to ask you, gentlemen, is what's your theory on these fine ass women who grow old single? And what I mean is specifically the fine ones, like the Nia Longs or the Tyra Banks or the what's the one that was famous back in the day? Everybody loved. She was the quintessential fine woman. What was Halle Berry? I'm gonna feel stupid for not knowing that though, but because I look at these situations, man, and I see, because there's a lot of ones that you don't know, but we know them in our regular life, right? You see them, they get 35, 40. Some of them may have one kid or no kid. And it's like they're the most sought after people ever. Melissa Ford is another one. Vivica Fox is another one. You see what I'm saying? They've been sought after forever. You understand? But every time they get out of a relationship, there's this, I don't feel like there's no self-accountability to it. Even the ones that I know personal, that I see on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and I'm like, man, you've been fine forever. You done had every option under the sun. Why are there no takers? Why are there no keepers?
I don't even think it's an issue between takers and keepers, because I feel like most women like that can get a man and keep him. You feel me? There's somebody out there that will keep them. I'm explaining to you why. Cool. But I think women have egos just as well as men do. And some women just enjoy being desired. So when they put themselves in a situation to where they're with somebody and they're no longer on the market, you feel me? And they have to get off Instagram from showing provocative photos and have to take themselves out of the light. It's almost like taking a basketball player who's great out of the spotlight in his prime.
Right.
You feel me? Nobody gets to watch him play and he's still good at the game. Same way we are. But I feel like a lot of them just like being desired. And when you get in a relationship with somebody, you feel what I'm saying? That's where the boredom sets in. You get with somebody that you felt like was somebody, and you get bored with that.
So you thinking the woman gets bored or the man gets bored?
I think the woman gets bored a lot of the times too. You feel me? And so, and I think in light of that, chaos is created. It's just like when you want to go out with the fellas, right? And you know, like shit good, you got to kind of create some static at the house, and create an environment, a situation to where you can go do what you want to do. So I think a lot of the toxic shit that comes from women is hidden, like motherfuckers don't want to be in certain situations. You ever got into it with a woman and it seemed like they just wanted to have a problem? Yeah, it's almost like you trying to.
I think that's typical woman jazz.
But my thing is, it's rooted in that though.
Yeah.
So it's like you trying to fix it. And it kind of seemed like they don't want to fix the problem.
But it seemed like those women, and just so I can be clear, I'm not talking about necessarily the sexy, the one on Instagram that's showing the ass and the titties. That's not necessarily where I'm at. I'm talking about the one who is highly desired on the dating scene, like the ones that, not the ones that I want necessarily.
That's
fuck.
Right. Both.
But
go ahead.
Those women are frequently the ones getting left. I feel like the dudes lead them. Like Halle Berry has been openly cheated on multiple times.
And that also comes from this too, though, bro. When you're somebody of a certain status, you go get a man who is of a certain status. You feel what I'm saying? And when men are of a certain status, the thing about women is a woman will get with you a lot of the times, right? And when y'all grow old together, and it's just like, cool, that's my husband. But men who have power and money get in situations like that, and when your woman starts to get a little older and starts to be a little, you feel me, ain't the shit no more. Halle Berry ain't quite Halle Berry no more. And here come Nia Long behind Halle Berry, and you got access to that too. You feel me? Because usually a man's money doesn't, like his age doesn't, his money outweighs his age.
Right.
But with a woman, it's a little different. You feel what I'm saying? You can be an older woman with money and you still can't bag a young motherfucker with money. You feel me? Or a young motherfucker of a certain status. Right. So Halle Berry ain't finna go out here and get a young, you feel me? What's the motherfucker? A Boris Kojo or somebody like that. That's like a younger guy. Right. You feel me? Yeah. It's gonna be rare that
he old. He just young compared to her.
But I just mean like you feel me? I'm just thinking like one of these high end dudes. You feel what I'm saying? It's
like a James Harden. He can go get one of them.
Yeah, you ain't getting James Harden. No, he might cook you. You feel me? But he ain't finna be with you.
Now he gonna go out with you too though. Yeah, he got to be seen with you. That's a status symbol at the end of the day.
But at the end of the day, he not serious about you. Yeah. You feel me? So, but on the flip side, you might have somebody like an older cat like Idris, right? Idris old as hell. He might pop out with a Zoe Kravitz or one of these young girls. You feel me? Right. It happens because it's just like usually our money kind of keeps us young. Right. Their money don't keep them young.
Women like crazy thing. What's his name? The dude you just said?
Idris.
I never understood. And again, it's not my job to judge women. I don't give a fuck who y'all like. I just never got that one. Like when people say like, The Rock or what's the other young cat that everybody like? where my brain at tonight? What's the dude who played Creed? You know,
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, all right, I can see what you're talking about.
Right.
But I never got him though. He's just like a mechanic to me. I don't understand though. Like that's what he remind me of.
But
like,
it's like, bro, it's like a thing with women, bro. It's just like, what's funny is when I'm clean cut, bro, like it's just like, grow your beard back. You feel me?
So they want you to look rough?
It's just like it's something about certain shit. Like when women, it's just almost like when I told my homie like 6'5", black as shit. You feel me? Black as fuck, look like Mandingo. You feel me? One of them guys, right? So when we go out, white women love him.
Right.
And I say they love, and he's like, bro, white women. I'm like, bro, they love you because you are the like epitome
the quintessential
of a
nigga that I want.
Right.
Yeah,
so if I'm gonna fuck with a black man, that's what they think about when they think black man.
Right.
6'5", black as fuck, pink gums. You feel me? You feel me? That's what they want. You feel me? That's what they think of.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't think of me. They don't think of you.
Yeah.
You feel me? You too close to something else. You feel me?
They definitely not.
Yeah.
With
So
me. I gotta
women
work
are
for my
like
white
that.
woman.
Women are like that with certain men. So it's like if it's a woman, women like rugged motherfuckers. It's just like back even when you think about like the bikers and shit. Like it's just motherfuckers like bad boys.
Yeah.
And if you got a little like edge, it's like that's what they do. And then you got edge with an accent. That's what do it.
I just don't get his edge though. But I mean, shout out to him. I'm glad but he just nigga wear leather wristbands. I don't understand. I just don't get.
Listen,
but it's not for me to
I
get.
can name like 5 dudes I
not for me
never
to get.
understood why women were ever into them.
Right.
But it's just like I'm just like, all right.
Do you have any theory on why these women, these high profile, gorgeous women, or even the local ones that have been fined for ages, don't have nobody, don't have no marriage, don't have nothing, set in stone?
I mean, looks can only take you so far.
Well,
I mean, a lot of these women be fine as hell, but they ain't got nothing to offer, or they have no personality. I mean, you got to think, a fine motherfucking female got by her whole life just by being fine.
That's true.
I mean, from school, you just fine, and that's all we cared about. But then when we get grown, conversation born.
Right.
You got shit to offer. Mm-hmm. And if you do got shit to offer, your standards so high. So now you look down on motherfuckers that ain't got as much as you got.
Mm-hmm. So it's hard to find your match at the end of the day.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because you either aiming too high or too low.
Right.
And I agree wholeheartedly. Name me 2 depreciating items that you could buy. What's 2 depreciating items that people talk about?
Car.
Car. And what's the other one people talk about?
Clothes.
Clothes do, but jewelry
Jewelry.
is the other one, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There's one thing that depreciates faster than all that, brother.
Pussy.
And that's pussy, though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So it don't matter who. Halle Berry is Halle Berry to me. Beyonce is Beyonce to me. But to a motherfucker that just fucked her yesterday, that's just the girl I fucked yesterday. Right. It's like the newness when you're fine and you're sought after. Like you said, you get by a lot of times off the fact that you fine. Right. I look at a girl like Melissa Ford, and the reason why I use her as an example is because she's somebody that I think is phenomenally gorgeous. She's also got a cool personality. If you listen to her talk, you know what I mean. Was in all the videos back in the day. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's just like, I look at her right now and I'm just like, why you single or why you not married? A person like that, I would meet and I would be ready to have a serious relationship with this person. So I'm sure I'm not the only one who she bumps into, even people of a certain status. You get what I'm saying? And when she talk about sex, she seemed to be a freak. So all the shit line up. But so it's like, what's missing?
Do you think though that there are younger guys who she desire beating down her door to fucking marry her?
No.
So I think that's why, in a sense.
But even when she was of that age too, she just dates according to her age. She might even go a little older. Right. I imagine if she does date, she probably tries to go a little older because she probably wants a certain level of success that she dealing with.
Right.
But there's this mentality that some of these women have. And I correlate it so easily to a person that I know here locally, and I see her on Facebook all the time putting up her messages, and she's a very gorgeous girl, though, you feel me? But when I listen to your messages, it's like you honestly think that you're more of a prize than what you are. You understand? So I know you're difficult in a relationship, whether you realize it or not. Mm-hmm. When I listen to Melissa Ford talk, it's like, I know you're difficult to deal with just from hearing you. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So this is the reason why these men end up walking out on these type of women. You hear at Halle Berry, it's hard to deal with. That's been a myth about her forever, right?
And that goes back around to what I was saying in the beginning, is that sometimes motherfuckers just like, that's a part of being a problem in a relationship, is that when you're somebody that's in a situation and everybody else still desires you, that can be a distraction to that too. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And that kind of contributes to what you're saying is that like you can tell you think you are more of a prize than you really are.
Facts.
It's just like you say all the time when like motherfuckers say, well, you got 1,000 messages in your inbox, a woman of motherfuckers saying whatever, and you like. All of these dudes have sent that message to
1,000
other women.
That's a fact.
You feel me?
Copy and paste.
But to them, it's feeding their ego and make them feel like it's more. You're more than what you are. When it's not really. That's not really the case. It's just that motherfuckers just thirsty and you visible. You
Right.
feel me? But yeah, go ahead.
No. You just complimented what I was saying, though. At the end of the day, I look at these women, and it always baffles me sometimes, and I see them because I think that people follow a certain group of women, like the women on the lower scale as far as look-wise, right? They listen to some of these women. These women post things. They're very popular. Even you got younger women still on the same shit. And I feel like it floods the younger group of women with horrible information. And it just continues to get worse and worse and worse.
Right.
Women's standard on what to do in their relationship is so poor to me. It's ridiculous, brother. And not to just sit here and bash women. I just think when I listen to women talk about what they want into a relationship, it's all selfish information, right? There is no kind of unity or bridging the gap that I ever hear from women these days. You understand what I'm saying? It's all about whatever their scenario is, what they want, how they want their man to act. They also want to travel. They also want to work. They also want their own money. They want a man to be this, and the third. And it's like, okay, cool.
It's all self-serving.
Right. But what, okay, these are all new things too that they're adding to the table, right? Okay, fine. What is the newness of what you're offering now? Because pussy's been on the table, I mean, since eons, brother. Back when they was wearing them fucking white hats, you know, that George Washington used to have on, them wigs. Pussy been on the table.
Right.
But that's
What is new being offered? What are you trying to?
But that's why the
Right.
but that's why the value of a woman is so low right now, is because a lot of them think that's all you have to bring to the table is pussy. They think the rules for them are don't cheat
Right.
and give you some pussy.
Yeah.
They think that's it.
Right.
And occasionally do some laundry or cook some shit.
Occasionally.
Like that
Specifically, okay.
But
yeah.
if you ask most people,
Yeah.
that's what the standard is. It's just like, I'm supposed to comfort you while you take care of everything else.
Right.
And I'm just like, no, that's not it. That's not it. And there are very few people in successful relationships that think that.
Yeah.
Usually, if you're in a successful relationship, it's because you're a woman that brings something to the table.
Right.
You feel me? If you're not a woman who compliments me or makes me better or can take my idea and take it to another level, then we probably never will. But that's why most of us stay single. It's because you end up in a situation, you don't want to end up in a situation to where you're catering to somebody that's not catering to you in any form or fashion. You feel me? And pussy is out here. You feel me?
I mean, brother,
It's
I
out
don't
here.
think they realize how easy or how cheap
It's easy.
it is.
Yeah.
But you said a mouthful when you said occasionally, because even the things that were typically on the table that were for a woman in modern day times, that women don't want that. That ain't no woman's role for them no more. What you mean cooking, cleaning, and all that shit? That shit's out the window. That shit's for the birds. You feel me?
Right.
So I just find it interesting, man. And even when you talk about women who are being mothers, like, you know, these women, yeah, sure, they'll birth a child for you. You feel me? But the way grandma and them raised them kids and the attention that they showed to them, that's not the attention that they want to show to these children. Right? They trying to bounce back. They still trying to travel. They still trying to go. And it's like, bro, I don't think
Babies get an iPad and some snacks now.
Right.
Man,
it's
it's
like
good.
get the kid out the way so I can get back to being me.
Yeah,
Right.
Go get an iPad and some snacks.
And I just really think that certain people, well, I ain't gonna say certain people, I just really think women should low key stop asking for relationships, because it is a servitude role when you get into a relationship, brother. No matter how much you want to break it down, it is what it is, right? It's supposed to be a sacrificing position. You're merging something. You're supposed to unite.
On both ends.
On both ends, right. It ain't just for them. So yeah, we do have to sacrifice too, but that's typically a man's role in a relationship to sacrifice. We all know what we give up, right? The man has all the quote unquote duties, the expectations. If it goes wrong, it's your fault no matter what the fuck happened. You understand what I'm saying? You most likely to be the bad guy. Even if your woman was god awful, brother, if y'all break up, you probably gonna be the problem.
Yeah.
When the story get out, it's gonna be something you did wrong. You know what I mean? No matter how
That's
you look
because
at it.
9 times out of 10, the man ain't gonna tell the story. The man don't care to tell the story. He don't care to tell what really happened.
Right.
And so whatever she says, that's what everybody gonna go by. And we don't even clear it up because we don't care.
Yeah, but who do we have to tell it to? Don't nobody give a fuck, brother. When you a dude,
Exactly.
be honest though. Who give a fuck when your heart broke when you're a dude?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody. It's what you did wrong. What did you do wrong?
Right.
Even if you ain't did nothing wrong, what did you do wrong? Because she ain't leave for no reason.
Right. Even your partners don't got no good advice, man. They are fucked up. Hey, man, go and get you some pussy, man. Like, go and find you something. That's all we got to offer. Nobody gives a fuck when a man's heart is broken. There's nowhere for us to go when shit is wrong. There's nowhere else for us to go to vent to when we're unhappy. We suffer in silence. I feel like that's part of being a man, bro. That's something that men do all the time, bro. We really suffer in silence.
I mean, it's been put into us since we was kids, man up. Don't talk about your feelings. Stop that crying, all that. Just man up. So as we get older, we feel like it ain't even comfortable to talk to nobody about nothing.
But I and on the flip side of that though, man, I feel like we have to find some balance between that too. Because we take this men should be able to have emotion and men should be able to feel.
Right.
But it seems like we like either all the way over here or all the way over here. We can't get to a balance to where a man can still be strong and still stand on something and still have emotions. It's just like you either got to be an emotional ass motherfucker or you got to be a masculine ass motherfucker. There's no middle ground nowadays. It's like you should be able to have both. You feel me? Because we do need right, huh?
That's not on
no,
us.
It's not on us.
They don't allow us to do that.
That's because it's our culture.
Right.
You feel me? And a lot of that starts with like our fathers. You feel me? And that really don't have a lot to do with women. A lot of that is with our fathers and the way we raise our kids. Right. How many times have your daddy told you to suck that shit up and stop crying or whatever? You feel me? So it's like in our community with no women around, amongst us, we are afraid to be emotional and afraid to be open because we're afraid of what we're going to say to each other. It's not so much women, so I can't put that on them because if you got a woman that gives a damn about you, you feel me? It's okay to open up to her, and a lot of times you're not going to get shitted on.
To a degree.
To a degree. It's just because I'm talking about the way a woman is supposed to be. You feel me? Because there are a lot of motherfuckers that aren't the way they're supposed to be, but there are some good women out there that will allow that. But I think that shit is more in our community amongst each other where that tough shit come from.
No, absolutely. Yeah. But there's a cap on our emotions, even amongst good women.
Right.
And that's okay. I honestly feel like that's the way it's supposed to be.
Right. That's why I say nobody wants to hear. That's why I say it has to be a balance.
Nobody wants to hear a whiny ass man.
That's what I'm telling
you.
And motherfuckers take men having emotion as if you could be a whiny ass man.
Yeah, you should be able to let some of this shit out. You should have, you have to hold it all in.
But don't be a bitch ass nigga.
Right, of course. Right. But the thing about it is, it's like, okay, if that is our role as men, to suffer in silence and to be less emotional and to keep that shit to ourselves and to fight the battles of the world amongst ourselves, where's the reward for walking in our standard? You feel me?
It's supposed to be a woman being a woman.
Right.
But that's not the case.
But that's leaving fast as fuck. You feel
it's
me?
leaving fast as shit.
Yeah. So you really don't have nothing, brother. You around here dating NBA players. These women hard as a motherfucker. They not even, it's like they low-key trying to be tougher than you. They trying to be more independent than you. They want to have the same exact role you have and still be treated like a woman. So you have the same responsibilities, but little to no benefits.
Yeah. And I think that comes from like both sides not being the way it's supposed to be. Because if you have, like I say, it's like, let's say for instance, like men are fucking weaker than they've ever been.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So with that slack, women feel like they have to be stronger than they've ever been. As a result of men being weaker than they've ever been. You feel me? And because men aren't getting the emotional comfort from women like they should be, that's what results in men being more emotional than they should be. You feel me? Because if you had an outlet and a place to take that shit, you wouldn't be so emotional. It wouldn't be such a buildup.
When you're oppressed, you always overcorrect.
And it's the same thing on both sides. They're overcorrecting and we're overcorrecting, and it's because we're not fixing each other.
Right.
We men over here trying to fix ourselves and women over here trying to fix themselves when we should be fixing each other because a man can't fix a man.
Which is true. But you don't hear us asking for shit.
Yeah.
Like when you turn on
but it's
the
not in our
media
nature to ask for shit.
True. So that's why we don't hear today talk about
right, exactly.
Because enough's enough at the end of the day.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like every platform nowadays is based on women. It's always talking about the lack of the response that we are giving. And some of it is true.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like men are weaker than ever. Wholeheartedly agree.
Right.
I've even learned to go back and take credit for shit I've done in past relationships where I put solely on a woman. I had to take my responsibility for my role in it. You understand? Mm-hmm. So I agree wholeheartedly. But when you hear all these things that we're supposed to respond, I'm just curious to know, when is there going to be a female podcast or a female show or a woman platform on Instagram or something that talks about what a woman is supposed to give to a man? Because I'm raising a daughter, and that's something I definitely want to instill in her in some kind of way. Like, what are you supposed to do in a successful relationship if you find the quote unquote guy that you're looking for? I don't feel like anyone talks about that. Or
I do follow a couple dope people that do that. One of them is God, the 6 foot. I forgot a God is 6 foot. I'll put it. I'll get your boy to put it down there at the bottom or whatever. But she has a podcast as well. Her shit is dope. It's just talking about femininity, like the feminine woman and what's considered feminine and how women should be.
Right.
And I think she's pretty on point in a lot of her opinions about it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's somebody to check out. Like I said, I'll put the Instagram down at the bottom. Y'all can check her out. But that's one page that does do it. There's not many at all. You feel what I'm saying? And I think it's because, bro, we live in a culture to where nobody's teaching anybody shit. Like all of the old morals and values are gone. So these people don't even have nothing to like refer to on what it is. So it's just like they're getting it from entertainment. They're getting it from music. They're getting it from like just trends like that they see in front of them. And that's dangerous for us because like women don't even know how to be women anymore. And it's supposed to be a natural thing that you do. Right. Like you say, just like men are supposed to naturally like suffer in silence, they're supposed to cater to you, to your emotions just naturally. It's supposed to happen. You supposed to goddamn go out and do your thing, bust your ass, come home, and they low key can feel it. And it's just one of those things that just happen. It's just we're so far away from what's in our essence and in our nature because we've been taught so many different things to push out what we naturally are. Like so many days in my life, bro, I fight against what I naturally am in my essence to fit into what society's standard is. And eventually you get tired of doing that shit. So now I just function in my essence, and if a motherfucker don't like that, that's just what it is. And any woman I deal with has to function in her essence. I don't want to hear what motherfuckers told you to be or what you think you're supposed to be or whatever. Right. Like I want you to you got to function on how you feel internally, because so many times we push that shit to the back burner. Like how we feel about something naturally, we'll push it to the back burner because it's not politically correct or it's not the right way to be by society standard.
Okay, I just and I'm gonna ask this in general, but it's a slippery slope. Do you think women are on too high of a pedestal?
Yes.
You gotta give it to me. I need the details on that one.
I mean, first of all, like women think they the prize, and
that's a common term you're gonna hear. Right,
and what people don't realize is everybody's the prize. I'm the prize, you the prize. And we should treat each other as such. The thing is, women want to be so high on a pedestal, but treat you average, treat you normal. And to me, in a relationship, that shit ain't gonna work.
Right.
If I put you on a pedestal, you need to put me on a pedestal.
What about the courtship of a woman? Like when you first trying to meet her and you first trying to get to know her, do you feel like now today that the expectations are too high in the beginning? The
expectations too high. It's all fake. You know what I'm saying? You got to present a version of yourself that really ain't you just to get their attention. That ain't real. Yeah. You know, you should be able to be yourself. She should be able to be herself. And if you guys like each other, you come together. Yeah. If you don't, you just don't. You know, I understand you got to fake the funk a little bit to catch a motherfucker attention, but in the long run,
that's learned behavior. Men we have, and that's our fault.
Right,
we got to get past that shit. I can't blame them for that. That's something we've learned.
But is it though? Because if you don't treat them a certain way from the jump, you don't get their attention, or they lose attention quick.
True.
And the shit over with before it starts.
Right. But we supposed to be able to deal with that and move on. But what we've learned is over the years it's just easier to fake the funk to get what we want. But everyone does that in life.
That's because women like to be lied to.
Yeah.
And people don't want to talk about that.
Right.
I'm for real though. Like, look, me and him had a conversation all the time, right?
Yeah,
if you approach a woman and you tell her what you really want from the jump, they run.
Right.
If you lie, if you play the game, tell them what they want to hear, and they know you bullshit, but they don't care because it's what they want to hear. Right. You can get as far as you want with them.
That's a fact, though. And if people can't understand that, it's the job interview theory.
Right.
When you go to a job interview, most jobs won't hire you if you present yourself as you are.
Right.
The person who you are. You interview, and when you're trying to get to know somebody, it's an interview. You present yourself in the fashion you think that business wants you to present yourself in. Right. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what we have to start doing, though, is presenting ourselves as we are and understanding that not every job is for you. True. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you present yourself as somebody else, you have to remain in that character to keep that position.
Right.
So that's why we end up in shitty situations with women, because we present ourselves as something that we're not. And later on down the line, we're tired of playing this role and we want to be ourselves. Right. And you can't do that.
And
you can't
blame us for the false narrative, which is our fault.
So I got to disagree with him on saying that everybody's the prize. No, the woman is the prize. In every facet of nature, the female is the prize. But the thing about being the prize is you have to be worthy of being won. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like if you're a woman and you are the prize, you have to carry yourself in a certain fashion for a motherfucker to even pursue you like that. Because it should take work to get a woman. You feel me? But you should be somebody worth being worked for. You feel what I'm saying? So I do think women are the catch. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, they have a job as well. When we say that women are the catch, a lot of the times they feel like now they don't have to do nothing. That's where that mentality comes from.
You should be glad to be with
me. That's not the case. Okay. That's not what I mean by that. When I say women are the catch, a woman in everything that she is supposed to be. You feel me? Because the thing about it, bro, I can give you a rich woman that has a mansion, or buy you anything you want. You feel me? But if she don't make you feel like a man, you don't want shit to do with her. But I can put you under a bridge in a cardboard box with a woman and make you feel like the world, and you'll be homeless with her for the rest of your life. You feel what I'm saying? It's because a woman in her essence is a prize, and it's something that you will pursue. It's just like in nature. You feel me? You don't never see a fucking lion, a female lion chasing a male lion to give him no pussy. It's not gonna happen. You feel me? Because we're all supposed to be competing for something. If we were all in a village and there was one woman, all the men would be trying to be the best they could be to achieve this woman. But this woman would have to be worthy of being won. We not competing for her if she in the village fucking all of us anyway. What we competing for? But if she's somebody that's holding herself to a certain standard and moving in a certain light, bro, that type of woman is powerful, bro. And that type of woman is worth being pursued. But the women we have today feel like being worthy of being pursued is just looking a certain way or carrying yourself a certain way, having a fat ass, having a pretty face. Or, you feel me? That's not it. That's not it, bro. Like a woman in her essence, that's everything that she's supposed to be, is a prize.
So I wanna respond to what you just said, but I want to ask you something also. So I ask you something before I respond. When you say a woman is supposed to carry herself a certain way, like if you want to be a prize, you're supposed to carry yourself like a prize. This is just specific. Do you feel like a woman should be able to wear anything she wants to wear and be viewed as a quality woman?
No, it depends on, like, it just this could go deep, because for me, like, bro, we were born naked. And we walked around naked at one point in time. So that has nothing to do anything. But the thing about it, though, is like it's more natural for me to go, like, if I go shit in the middle of this fucking lobby on the floor, that's more natural than going to sit on the toilet. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But people gonna think I'm crazy as fuck if I go shit in the middle of the floor because of the way our society works in the game we play now. You feel what I'm saying? So based on how our society views things and how things work, no, she should not be able to wear whatever the fuck she want to wear and be viewed a certain type of way, because that's not the environment we live in, and those aren't the rules that we are abiding by. You feel me? It's based on culture and what you believe too. You feel me? So in American culture and the way we function, no, you shouldn't be able to carry yourself wear whatever you want, because that takes you outside of carrying yourself a certain way. You feel me? Just like you say, if we go into a job for a business interview, right? And that shit, we know it's a business. You feel me? We know it's a professional setting. And you go in that bitch with flip-flops and beat shorts on. They don't give a fuck what you know. You're not getting hired. You feel what I'm saying? Because you have to look the part first before we accept you. Before we even see who you are, we going to see who you are. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the same way it works for women in our society. It's like there's a code and a standard that we live by. Motherfucker, we don't shit on the floor. We use toilets. You feel me? So if you are viewed as a quality woman, this is what a quality woman looks like. You feel me? It's just like they say, if you are wearing a police officer uniform, we're going to assume you're a cop. If you dress like a prostitute, we're going to assume you're a prostitute, because those are the people that usually wear those things.
That was the dopest analogy.
So like you wearing a hoe's uniform, I'm going to treat you like a hoe. So it's just like, no, you can't.
And a lot of women are pushed back against that because it's what they want to do. They want to wear those items. They want to have their cake and eat it too. But the reason why I bring it up is because all of these things trouble me in my daily life, bro. I see a woman literally who posts all the time about the type of men she runs into and why she can't find a good dude and why she can't. But all of her pictures are ass first, the smallest thing you can have on, the most revealing thing you can have on. And I just sit back and I don't say nothing. It's not my place to say nothing. I don't go on social media and comment under your post. I'm not going to DM you and give you no advice. If you don't want no advice, fuck it, you grown, live your own life, right? But I just sit back and wonder, like, when you going to realize it's you?
Right, because a lot of them want attention. That's what it is. And I feel like once you get into a relationship, it's certain attention you shouldn't seek anymore.
Right.
Because why are you seeking it?
Right. But even the certain kind of men that you gonna get. Like right now, bro, I can go put tattoos on my face and everything, right? And I'll still be the same Adam Taylor, same education, right? Same level of speaking, the same parent. But if I go approach a woman and I want to get to know her and actually want to be with her and be a husband, do you think she gonna view me as a husband?
You're not even gonna make it past that part.
No. She's not even gonna get to none of that. So no one does it. That's why I asked you that when you said that, I forgot how you put it though, but basically like women should act like a prize, right? And what I wanted to respond to that was, it's like, when you use the lion analogy, that's natural selection, right?
Right,
cool.
Absolutely.
Humans have natural selection also.
Absolutely.
But the things that we're supposed to be selecting off of are no longer natural.
Right.
All of the things of the things that women desire now are not natural.
Right.
It's not from the. So when you're struggling to find a good man, it's because the things that you're using to gauge whether I'm gonna be with him or not be him is all bullshit.
And what's the issue with that is that men are still choosing from natural selection, but women aren't.
Right.
We still choose from natural selection because we
don't have a choice.
Right, because it's just something like I don't think it's something we'll ever get away from, because we don't give a fuck how much you make. We don't give a fuck what your job is.
Right.
We don't give a fuck about none of that.
Yeah.
We still choose from natural selection because it's our natural selection to be providers any fucking way, so we don't care what you got. You feel me? But y'all have added in all this extra shit that y'all want that ain't got nothing to do with natural selection. And you want monogamy, you want all it. None of this shit is natural selection if you want to be real.
That's where the bullshit comes in. Right. That's where we've learned to lie. Because the essence of the things that make us what we are have no value to it.
Right.
Exactly.
So I have to present some level of front to even be in the running for a decent woman.
But it's one of those things though, bro, is that, like I said it on our very, very first podcast, bro. It's on men to just fucking stop lying, and eventually they'll have to accept who we are. What the fuck are they gonna do? Not fuck with us?
Right.
You have to. So it's just, we gotta stop. At some point you have to stop conforming. It's the same thing with black people in society. But we gotta stop fucking conforming to everything.
Right.
Stand on something and stay there. And eventually whatever you fucking want will conform to you. Yeah. You feel me? Like if we stop spending our money with motherfuckers and stop running out to buy everything and stop supporting every fucking thing, guess what? They'll start pandering to us.
Bro, you are 1,000% right. But let me be the first to tell you that'll never happen.
But
you know why?
I understand.
There's too many bitch ass niggas. They won't join.
Too many people that ain't got nothing going for themselves, so they have no choice but to lie to get what they want.
Yeah, they not gonna join. But listen, here's how easy it would be for them. Let's say we all got together and said that's how we gonna do. We're gonna tell the truth from now on, right? Knowing that's not what women want to hear, who we really are, right? Do you know how much more pussy that makes now for a nigga willing to lie?
But
he gonna indulge in that all day.
But on the flip side, it's the same thing for women. If women all got together and say, "Hey, this is how we're gonna be with the black man. This is how we're gonna treat them. This is how we're gonna cater to them." You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? But when we do this, it's going to require a certain amount of commitment and a certain amount of whatever. You feel me? It's gonna be some loose holes that's just like, fuck, we don't need all that. We just want fuck. It's always going to be, so I'm saying it's never going to work on either side, but I'm just saying, hypothetically, if you want this to happen, this is what it's going to take. Clearly, it's never going to fucking happen. No. But I'm saying that's all it takes. It's that simple. It's just like you gave me the black tax. Yeah. It's simple as fuck.
Probably never.
It's not going to fucking happen. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But we know what it takes.
So Destiny Jackson still got 1 million followers. How is that possible?
You feel me?
I built a whole career. All of y'all follow me because I'm telling y'all how to go find a good man. I literally fuck over my wife, embarrass her. Then I think the bitch was in the house with her or some bitch that she knew. I did all of that and nobody stopped following me. That nigga wrote a book called first of all, I hope your book fail. I hate to say this as you a black man. I hope don't nobody buy your shit. I hope that shit is on the worst sellers list. Fuck your book. That nigga wrote a book called Healing Together. How to heal.
Yeah, bitch. Y'all ain't healing together. No. You ain't hurt, bitch. She hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what
it should have been called healing you, bitch. Not healing together, bitch.
Man, sitting here while you heal. That's what it should be called. Let me know when you finish healing. That's what it should be called. When you done healing, I'm here.
Talking about healing
shit.
Together, bitch.
Exactly.
Fuck out of here.
But women love bitch ass women. But like you said, women secretly love to be lied to.
They do.
So I want y'all to help me with something.
And I think a lot of that comes from this too, though, bro. Is that somebody has built a fake fantasy for all of us.
Right.
You feel me? And they've fallen in love with that fake fantasy, bro. It's not real. You feel me? It's not real. It's not real. And once they accept that it's not real, it'd be good. But it's just like, bro, it's just like we talked about Catfish one time on this motherfucker. And usually when you watch the show Catfish, there's all the signs saying that this motherfucker ain't real.
Right.
But it's just like the ideal of it is so fucking like intriguing, and it just makes you feel so. Just the idea of it makes you feel good. You want this motherfucker to be real so bad that you will ignore all the signs. Right. That's how women are with men.
Right.
Women will ignore all the bullshit about you if you make them feel a certain type of way.
No, that's a big fact.
You feel me?
That's
They'll ignore all the bullshit about you.
Right.
But you can't come out like the motherfucker on the other line can't hit them and say, you know what, man, this ain't really me in them pictures. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm everything that I said I was. You feel me? But that ain't me in them pictures. That folks on the other end of the phone don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
You feel me? No, bitch, keep being the person in the picture. How dare you tell me you not real?
Right. Let me tell you how wicked the mind of a woman is, brother. When I mean wicked, not evil, even though some might say it's kind of evil. But I mean wicked as in it functions weirdly, right? There's this young lady I'm talking to, and I feel like she's very highly intelligent, very smart, whatever. And I've took the approach since she watches the podcast. I have no choice but to be real with her. Even though my podcast persona is not my real persona in real life, I'm still, because I try to be a little extra animated, funny, whatever. But I do give my honest opinions on things, right?
Right.
Based on reality, not necessarily my own wants and needs, right? So when I'm dealing with her, I try to give her the honest opinion about men and what I would want and what you would want, what just, you know what I mean, just the real shit that I'm getting, like on a one-on-one level, right? So we just having this weird conversation, right? And I'm totally honest with her, and she knows that, right? But we were having a conversation about something, and she was like, I don't know if I could trust you. And I stopped for a minute, and I said, wait a minute now, because I told you the truth, you don't know if you could trust me. Think about that, though.
That's crazy.
Right. Because I'm telling you the truth about what I want, and you don't like the truth, you don't know if you could trust. That literally makes no sense. You could trust me, you just can't trust me to do what you want. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was a unique thing when she said that. I'm like, so because I tell you more of the truth, you trust me less. That was so weird and awkward.
But I've had that same situation. Like when I told you, when we talked about past relationships, and I told you how I broke how I broke the ice when I was just like, I be cheating. Mm-hmm. It's like motherfuckers don't.
Right.
They don't want to hear that.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's too close to right.
Yeah, I'll trust you if you lie to me.
Right.
That's the wicked part about it. So I was approached, man, by a young lady who I work with, and I'm not gonna say her name. I don't work with her, but my job crosses paths with her job, so I see her all the time. Really cool female. She's raising a young son, single mother. And I've known her for a while. She come talks to me about like if she ever going through relationship issues, and that's something that's dope about this podcast, that people will bump into you and have questions for you. Right. You know? So she approached me, and I've gotten this vibe several times from women, so I could see it in their eyes when it's coming. I could tell she was disappointed in something that I said. I thought it was something offensive. But she says, I love your podcast. She kind of building up to what's wrong. They always give you a little positive before they drop it on you, right? And she was like, I just want to let y'all know I feel like y'all trying to normalize cheating, right? She wasn't happy about that. She was like, I feel y'all, but I feel like y'all on there trying to normalize cheating, and I ain't with that. So I just want your response on what she said before I get into really what it, because I think we have to do, because it is our responsibility.
Right.
We have to do a better job of breaking down this non-monogamous man to women. We can't just come out and say, oh no, this is what we do. Right. Y'all need to get to
right.
Get used to it.
Right. It's the same. It goes back to the analogy I used earlier about shitting on the floor and shitting on the toilet. You feel me? I'm not saying that, and I'm not advocating for men fucking around on you. I just want y'all to understand that it's unnatural for a man to be monogamous. So if a man is doing that, that is another thing that we are sacrificing that's outside of our natural essence. That's just not in our essence. So it's just like you want us to do all, like you say, women have a list. And a lot of that shit just ain't natural for you. Right. You feel me? They want you to be emotional, sensitive, not cheat, fucking come home on time, give them compliments. It's like it's a ton of shit you got to do. You feel me? And that's one of the things that's like, it's not natural. I'm not saying that you should accept a man cheating on you. If you want a man that's going to be with you and only you, it's okay for you to require that. Right. But understand that that is a struggle for that man to do that. You feel me? Yeah. So if he's doing it, like you say, like there should be some type of like reward. And they feel like you just supposed to do the shit and nothing. Right. Like, no, bro, like you don't. And what's funny,
women will say, you don't get no reward for doing what you're supposed to do.
And that's what they'll tell you. And that's some bullshit, because that's not what you're supposed to do. I'm basically
they want a reward for doing what they supposed to do.
Boy.
So
Yeah.
so that's it's not a natural thing. So I'm not advocating somebody going off the fuck off on you if that's what y'all agreed on, that y'all were going to be in a monogamous situation.
Right.
You feel me? Nobody should go outside of whatever your contract is. And my thing is the fellas, stop signing up for shit that you can't do. If you feel like in your heart you can't be monogamous, bro, don't get in a relationship with somebody that wants monogamy. Get in a relationship with somebody that wants what you want. You know what I'm saying? But like most men are gonna fail at that shit because it's unnatural. Most men with options are gonna fail at it at some point. Right. So my thing is like, if your dude fails at it, stop acting like it's the worst thing in the fucking world. It's okay. You feel me? It's okay for you to be upset that he went outside of the contract, but let's not act like it's not natural. Yeah. You feel me?
A lot of people done threw away good men because of that bullshit.
Right. It's just like, fuck, like, bro, you expect your kids to be model citizens. But when they fuck up, understand that they're kids. They're going to make mistakes. Right. And it's the same thing with men. Like, men that are trying to be monogamous are learning some new shit. There's some shit that ain't normal to us. You feel me? And it's just some shit that's gonna happen most of the time. You feel me? And it's either gonna get cheated on or he gonna hide it real good, one or the other. You feel me? But I think at a certain age we do get better at it. But like y'all thinking y'all finna get a dude in his 20s that got some money and got some shit going on, bro. Like, stop it. Like, be realistic with yourself too. You feel me? Because it can happen, but it's a rare thing. I just want y'all to know that it's a rare thing that men don't cheat. Right. It's a rare thing. It's a rare thing, and I'm not advocating for cheaters or none of that because I'm not getting in a relationship if I don't feel like I can do the shit. Right. If that's what you require, and I want you, you're probably not for me. Yeah, but you feel me?
You understand you're a bigger man than most, just for that.
I am, but that's why I say it's just like it's on us too. To not put ourselves in situations. Just like, bro, I see a lot of shit that I want that ain't for me. You feel me? I rode by Corvette lots. I love Corvettes. You feel me? But at my financial status right now, that shit ain't for me. I can go buy one.
You can get two.
It's gonna be a bad idea though. Yeah, it's gonna be a bad fucking idea.
Right.
You feel me? And it's probably gonna be rough for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, like, do what you can afford to do. Don't be getting into situations with people that you know that want some shit that you can't give them.
Do you feel like, because you watched the show, right? You paid attention to a couple episodes. Do you feel like we're normalizing the cheating man?
It's normal. So that hold on, let me let him go. We're not normal.
He had to come back. And another thing.
Yeah, because we're not normalizing something that, how can you normalize something that's normal? That's like trying to normalize being gay. You feel me? Like it's normal. You feel me? How can you, we don't have to normalize it. It's already fucking normal. You feel me? We just speaking the facts about it. You feel me? We just shedding light on it, motherfucker. It's normal. It's a regular thing. It's some shit that's happening every day.
They should know it's regular too.
Yeah. I mean, they don't want to know it's regular.
Shit, that's all they complain about. It's got to be regular. Oh yeah, I got the similar story, but I'll get it to my point first and later.
I mean, well, today's society, to be honest, man, it's normal for everybody to cheat, men and women. Like, women want to sit here and play this role like they faithful, like they, on the up and up, like they ain't doing shit wrong. A woman, they do it better than us. A woman would take care of the household, have your ass thinking ain't shit going on. Right. And it's another nigga there. Trust me.
What they say, you ever seen a dog shit? And you be like, yep. You ever seen a cat? You ever seen a cat shit? You ever seen a cat shit?
I own a cat, so yeah.
Yeah, but have you ever seen one shit in public?
No, not in public. No.
You ever seen a dog shit in public?
Absolutely.
All the time.
I've seen a dog shit in the mall.
There you go. A dog or shit anywhere. Yeah, it's hard to catch a cat shitting. Even if you own one, it's hard to catch it shitting. They be looking at you while I got them pushing the litter back. Like, bitch, what you looking at? Yeah, they gonna hide it. And they naturally know how to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think y'all normalize it. I think you just shed light on that shit happens. You know what I'm saying? And not every nigga cheat. Like, to be honest, in my last relationship, I did not cheat.
Right.
Still lost it, but I did not cheat. And
you know what's weird about that situation, bro? It's just funny because usually when you're a dude that don't cheat, you get cheated on.
Right.
That's usually the situation. I've never seen a dude, bro. I've seen a couple dudes go without cheating on their girlfriend. A few in my life, and every one of them got cheated on.
Right.
I don't know, bro.
No. This is why I wanted to bring this up.
This shit gonna happen.
You made my dog turn that Martell over.
He did it. Yeah, and he poured that shit like, listen. Hey, listen, that's the pour from the movies when you got problems. Like, when you really going through it, the part in the movie where he can't take no more. Yeah, exactly. Well, listen, that's the exact amount of time he poured that motherfucker too in the movie. Yeah. That's some going through things though. Hey, Yeah, I'm nigga stupid.
I should have got my dog a flask.
That'd have been even worse. You can't, no.
Bro, that was a distressed ass poor, bro. That bitch was not happy.
It's the way it hit the ice, though.
Man.
Yeah. No doubt.
I couldn't even concentrate. I'm like, son, trying to see what I got. I see that motherfucking bottle turn. I said, boy, that's a sad ass poor boy. That shit get you fucked up when you pull like that.
You can get a movie deal after that. When they had that scene in the movie, hey, yeah, that's gonna be your hand pouring that motherfucker. When they click to the hand, you did that bitch just right. But I the reason why I want to break this down too, because I also believe that it's starting to, I'm not gonna say affect my personal life or my social life. I just feel like when people meet me now, they feel like they know, they have a gauge on who I am just based off that theory alone, right? And let me see how I want to explain it to you, bro. It's not normalizing anything, right? Mm-hmm. This concept that a man should be with one woman, like I want to tell people, like everything that you know and everything that you learn has been given to you by someone else, right? Mm-hmm. Right. People see this. I don't know if you see on camera. I got up this many fingers, right? That's the number 3 to everybody. Most people who see this, right? If you from Russia though, this ain't 3. It's something else, whatever 3 is in Russian, right? If you China, I imagine Chinese people don't say 3. They say something else, whatever their thing is, right? Because someone told them from generations back that this many things means whatever the fuck it means in that language. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So we've all been told something. This concept of one man and one woman, even though you believe that with all your heart in 2021 and all your favorite singers sing about it and all your favorite actresses talk about it, that is from the Bible.
And if nobody told you that, you would know what the fuck that was.
Exactly. This is a religious-based concept that you have. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I want to show you how this works. Also, in that same setting that one man should be with one woman is not having sex until marriage, correct? Mm-hmm. Y'all out here normalizing that? Because who out here waiting to marriage?
No, nobody.
Everybody fucking, nobody got nothing to say about nothing, right? Cool. You'll fuck that one man 1,000,000 times. Your boyfriend, you break up with him, you'll fuck another man 1,000,000 fucking times. So you're taking and picking and choosing. You're normalizing what you want to normalize. Right. You get what I'm saying? Right. That's what you're doing. You're taking whatever concepts from what someone else told you. You like the ones that benefit you, and then you don't like the ones that don't benefit you, right? But none of that has shit to do with nature. So when we talking to women about cheating, understand we agree with you. We also say on this podcast that men should stop signing up for commitments they know they can't do. Right. So when women you're getting cheated on, the act is not the problem. It's the agreement that we made that is the problem. So I agree with you on that. We have learned to accept this role because all of y'all are throwing out that this is what I want, this is what I need. All of y'all women have been taught this, to look for this. So if you want even a shot at getting a woman or getting some pussy, you gonna have to abide by this thing. Even though you know that's not in your nature. It's something in every fiber of your male body that tells you this ain't normal for me. And it's got nothing to do with love or anything, because you can love one woman and nobody taught you no different, right? Nobody taught you that. That's just something in your being that you learn, that I can fuck 1,000,000 of them, but I love this one. Your nature tells you that. You see what I'm saying? So what we're trying to make you understand is you can like this or not like this. I really don't give a fuck how nobody processes this. This is not to the young lady. I'm just saying any woman in general who watches this, I don't really give a fuck how you feel about this particular statement, because you're going to get what you're going to get, right? 90 to 95% of y'all, okay, are in polyamorous relationships, whether you want it or not. That's just a fact. Now, you feel like you're in a monogamous relationship, but I assure you that you're not. So here are the options for you that I'm trying to make you more comfortable with on your end, so maybe we can be more comfortable on our end. But it's really more on us to just say this is who we are, right? Okay, your options are to be in a relationship where you could possibly set some standards for your man stepping out. If we have an agreement and we meet and you understand that this is how men are, if you ever come to the conclusion that all men are this way, we can negotiate. It's all a negotiation anyway, a relationship, right? We can have conversations about this. If I love you, I'm not fucking every woman that passed me by. I don't got 100 women on the side. And that's not love whatsoever. I don't think any man would consider that love. If you have a woman at home, it's too much time and energy to give to somebody you love to have 5, 6, 7, 8 women on the side. It don't work like that. If you love something, you see? So I don't know, and again, I'm just spitballing. I don't know how you want to negotiate it as a woman. I don't know whether you want to give him one a year, one every 5, or one. I don't give a fuck how you do it. But it's the point of you allow him to live a little bit in his essence, and you can live a little bit in yours. You see what I'm saying? Right. That's what I'm trying to say. Because the only other alternative is I come to you, I completely agree to your standards, and then I get to make my own rules behind your back when you're not around. You get what I'm saying? And even in situations, tell me if you agree with this. I've also been in a relationship where I was highly in love and I didn't cheat. But my mind was no different than any other man. Right. Nothing changed about my mindset or my desires, right? I chose to be faithful. When you're truly in love with, and this is to the young lady, when a man is truly in love with you, he's not gonna be out here even looking to fuck everything. That's not even how we perform. Right. So understand the typical woman who's getting cheated on out here, half of y'all pick bad men any fucking way. That nigga who fucking everybody on the same street and the other bitch at your job and using your car, we're not even talking about him. He ain't even up here with the men that we're talking about. I'm sure you have every red flag in the world to not fuck with him. You just chose to. Yeah. We're not even counting him. But in the normal functionality of a man, it's like we're just trying to give you an understanding of what we go through, even when we not cheating, because I was so in love. I'm sure you was in love at the time, right? I wasn't even out here looking for no other woman. Maybe I could have made it a lifetime. Maybe I could have made it 10 years or 20 years. I'm not sure. But if I ever, because of going through something, struggling in relationships, because every relationship, even the good ones, go through a down slope. If I ever happen to step out, don't throw me away. Right. Don't throw away all the good. Too many times women have great men who make that mistake, or I'm not even calling it a mistake, that's a horrible word, who make that choice, and then you throw him away completely.
So let me ask you, are you willing to accept not to throw her away if she makes that same mistake?
Absolutely fucking not. And you are out of here. You are out of here as fast as you came in this motherfucker. You cheat on me if you want to, you got to go.
So how do you expect a woman to forgive you if you can't forgive her?
Because it's not in her nature. And that's what we speaking on nature. And I'll tell you why. Okay. Because if I thought there was a chance that you could cheat like me, then I'll fuck with you. But I know my lady. If you with a good lady, she can't cheat like you. Right. She cheated with her heart. That's what I cannot forgive. You like that nigga you fucked. Right. You care about how his day is going. If you saw him out with another woman right now, it would break your spirit. You would sneak off to go to the bathroom to get away from me to text him what the fuck is he doing in here with her. Right. You like this nigga.
You have on the flip side with us, we don't give a fuck.
Facts. I don't give a fuck if my side bitch got hit by a bus. Right. All I'm glad is, hey, did she have my number on her phone when she got hit? Right. Oh, my number there? Okay, cool. Right. God bless. I agree. Right. No offense to the other women, but that's just a metaphor for, I know that sounded harsh. It's physical for us. We're talking about our physical nature. Right. Women don't want to cheat, brother. They cheat. So when a woman steps out on you and she fucks another nigga, that was from her heart. That was from within.
Sometimes now you got some hoes out there that just gonna fuck you.
Cool, but here's the thing though. You gonna be with a hoe?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No. Yeah, exactly. No. So I'm talking about the type of woman I would be with.
You usually ain't gonna choose that type. But I'm gonna simplify it for them because they like to compare men to dogs. Right. Raise your dog off the leash. And I'm gonna explain that. If you have a dog and you always got it on the leash, the second you take that fucking leash off, that dog is gonna run everywhere. You're gonna be chasing that dog all the way around the fucking neighborhood. Right. But if you raise your dog off a leash, it has a sense of freedom. And usually it'll never fucking leave your side. Right. It might wander off a little bit, but that bitch coming right back. Right. That dog that's been raised on a leash don't know how to act when it gets off of a leash. So my thing is, I told my homie used to say that he felt like he needed 2 wives, like he needed to be in a polygamous relationship. And I told him, I said, bro, the day you meet a woman that will allow you to have a polygamous relationship, you're not gonna want one. Right. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Because we just usually like want shit that we can't have. We need to feel free. But if your woman doesn't make you feel caged, you don't have an issue with feeling free. Right. You feel me? So it's just like, bro, you have to raise your man off. They got to raise your dog off the leash.
And correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never been in a polyamorous relationship, but from my understanding, that each woman serves a different role. And what I mean is, there is one woman that is above the other. There is not an equal footing for women. No, like
they're supposed to be right. It's supposed to be equal. Everybody's supposed to get
I heard there's a dominant woman. Like she's the
and that's usually the first one.
Right. We might break up with this one. and then bring another one. But this one is the one that consistently stays.
Traditionally that's not the case.
One first.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Usually that's not the traditional fashion.
Okay.
Like in the way it began, it's just like everybody gets treated equally.
Right.
There is no dominant anything. Both of y'all are loved the same. You get the same thing.
Right.
You feel me? And that keeps the envy and jealousy down. Because the thing about women, if you treat one woman better than you treat the next one, I don't give a fuck what they agreed to. It's not gonna be okay. You feel what I'm saying? So if I were ever in a situation like that, I would have to treat them equally. There would be nobody that was above the other one. Otherwise, what's the fucking point? Me and my old lady might as well just go off and fuck off together. Right. You feel me? Versus, you feel me?
No, yeah, I do.
So that's more of an ideal situation that I would want, is that I would prefer to have a woman that's kind of into women. Yeah. So that way we can fuck off together. Now we don't have those issues. You feel what I'm saying?
I got you. I would need an up or a downer though. I would need a lead woman in
see, I don't even want a relationship with two motherfuckers because I couldn't manage that. That's too much.
That's why I'm saying the only way I could is if I had a dominant woman.
But to think about the woman who's not the dominant one, like how fair is that to somebody?
But some women don't want. Some women enjoy being submissive, completely submissive.
Right.
Some women enjoy being told. Like, that's how the pimp world exists. Right.
Exactly.
These women go make the money, but we don't want to manage none of it. We don't want to do nothing. We're terrible at it.
Right. But as a man, how serious do you take that second motherfucker?
You don't.
But you don't. But if you give her certain responsibilities, you can. She can play an important role. It's just like a team role.
Right. But you ain't gonna be you ain't gonna be my woman. You feel me? You gonna be some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like
I could.
So my thing is like, why even put that title on something if it's not gonna have that significance? You feel me? Like if I call you my woman,
I'm with you.
It's some other shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I would like if I had a woman that allowed me to fuck off like that, I may, because I don't know how to deal with somebody. I'm not into empty encounters at this age. I'm not just into meeting somebody in the club or fucking them or just fucking somebody because they look good. We got to have some kind of chemistry. We got to have some kind of whatever. You feel me? And it has to be some benefits to fucking with you, because it's a waste of my time, which is valuable now. And if I'm gonna step out on my woman, you feel what I'm saying, who does shit for me, and we got shit going on to fuck with you, you got to have something going on too, and we got to have something going on. So it's like we got to be doing something, building something. You don't have to be my woman to build something with me. I've built shit with motherfuckers, and I'm not with nobody. You feel me? I've built situations to where we might have a stash or something we do, or we might have a business or a venture we do together. You feel me? Because it's just no different than having homies. I don't want useless ass homeboys. I don't need nobody to just hang around me and fucking play video games. Nigga, like how can we make some money together at this age? Maybe when we was 14, 15, that was cool, but I'm 38, bro. So it's just like, how are we gonna benefit each other being homeboys? I don't need like all the friends I got that from childhood, they my friends and they gonna be my friends, but I don't need no new friends that don't benefit me. I don't need no new women that don't benefit me. I'm not here to just get some pussy. Like, I'm good on that. Like, we gotta do something. It gotta be something else.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah, it gotta be something else.
And to something I also want to get into, as far as just to piggyback off of that, is something I want to tell men also, bro. You are the captain of your own ship at all times. At the end of the day, no matter what goes wrong in these relationships, we talked about suffering in silence. We talked about making commitments to things that we know we can't commit to. I don't really give a fuck what the problem is. I don't give a fuck what happens when the relationship crashes. When the ship crashes, it's your fault. The captain goes down with the ship. You understand? It took years for me to take hold of why my relationship failed. That relationship I was talking about, the long term, right? When I say years, I think I was with this person for 6, almost 7 years. It took me about 6 years to recover. You understand? And the reason why is because I was bitter. You understand? I blame this woman for everything that went wrong in that relationship. Now, if you want to talk about incident after incident, sure, she was at blame for it, right? But when you want to, now that I'm developing into the certain type of man that I want to be mentally, and I feel like I'm behind in so many areas in life, and I'm finally understand like really what it is to be a man, I realized that relationship not working was my fault. Even though I felt like I gave her the best of me at the time. Because understand, when you the captain, bro, you're responsible for who comes on that ship.
Right.
So if this person comes on the ship and they poking holes in the motherfucker, it's your choice. You let them on here.
Right. And you're in control of the rations. You're in control of everything.
Exactly.
You are the one that has to keep the shit afloat. So if you let somebody come poke holes in it and sink it, it's your fucking fault.
And look how that works, bro. That woman gave me every sign that she was not ready to settle down. She gave me every sign, even though, like, again, she said some things about love and wanting to be with me forever, but it's not about what people say in the moment. It's your job as the captain to watch people's actions. You understand what I'm saying? Because people say anything. And I believe she wholeheartedly meant it when she said it. It's just that where her life was, her actions wouldn't match up to it.
Right.
So if I had of just let her walk the plank, kept the ship going in the direction I thought the ship should go. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And just let her get off. Just go ahead.
It wouldn't have took you so long to recover.
It wouldn't have. But here's the better thing. If cause I do love her, right? If she had a double back, I would have been in a better position to take her back. She would have realized what I was saying and but because I held on so long, resentment grew between the both of us. You understand what I'm saying? I'm far behind in life to not, even if she wanted to come back, it wouldn't even make sense for her to be with somebody like me.
Right. And you
get what I'm saying?
And you didn't give her a chance to correct anything because you kept her.
Correct. Yep. Right. Yep. And then I built up so much resentment that when we tried to fix it back, and then I fucked up because I was so resentful. That's what happens when you're a horrible captain of your ship. So we could talk all day about what these women are not giving us. We could talk all day about what these women don't understand about us, but it is our responsibility to get that through to them.
That's why I always tell you when they come back around, I say it's always on us, bro. It's on us. It's on us, bro.
And that's us learning how to be men.
Right.
Bro.
When we learn how to be men, they'll start being better women. You feel me? And we just got to stop accepting every fucking thing, and they'll change and they'll do shit different. Right, it's just like, bro, a lot of these women, when you ask them, even though women need to understand that they control everything at the end of the day, you feel me, about the way, like, they control everything, but they like to say to us, we act this way because of y'all, or we this way because of y'all. It's because of what we accept. Exactly. Just like we tell women to not accept anything, we got to stop accepting every fucking thing. As men, we feel like we supposed to accept whatever come with a motherfucker. Right. That's not the case. Yeah. You feel me? When we stop accepting everything, they'll start changing, and when they stop accepting everything, we'll start changing, and everybody will be changing for the better.
And there's people who've been telling us that for a long time, but they don't articulate it in a way. They don't sit down and have this conversation. They'll say shit like, chase the money, don't chase the hoes, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, but what you really mean by that is once you become, because a lot of men can't act like men until they get a certain level of money. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Money gives you a sense of dominance, whether you give it to a man or a woman, right? Right. So a lot of men become more of their essence when they have a lot of money, right? Mm-hmm. So then they don't put up with the same shit they would have put up with when they was broke. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But the thing is, that should be an action among us no matter what our financial stature is.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I stopped ignoring red flags a long time ago. That's why I've been single so long, because I've been this close to being in relationships, and something will happen and I won't ignore it. And that should always be in the back of my mind, because I think about, like, what effect it will have on us long term. Right. How big, like, it may seem like it's small to them, but to me, like, if it's a character issue, it's a big deal. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And it's just like I won't commit to that. Right. It's just because, like, if I'm going to commit to some shit that's already uncomfortable to me, and most of y'all want monogamy, if I'm going to give you that, you feel what I'm saying? It's like, shit, it got to be worth it. I'm not about to jump into no shit with all these red flags and you ignore them. And like you say, later on you find out you got holes in your boat because you fucking ignored the red flags. Right. So anytime a motherfucker give me a red flag, bro, I gotta hold that move and wait and see if you're going to develop past that shit or if you're going to be the same. And if I keep seeing the same red flag, I know you're not it.
Yeah. Are you single or are you married?
No, I'm single.
You single? Yeah. Do you ever desire to be married?
I was married 7-8 years. I was in a 19-year relationship with the person I was married to.
19?
Yeah, 19, bro.
You get a pension? You ain't get no pension? You ain't get no...
Nigga, I ain't getting nothing but the house. You know what I'm saying? But
that's something.
But yeah, what it is, but
don't get the house.
I tell all my homies that when they get married young, every one of my homies that's married, I told them, I said, bro, this your wedding and your funeral. This is a bad idea.
How old was you when you got married? Yeah, I didn't even put the age together, but yeah, 20 years here. Shit, you was young as fuck.
Probably about 26, 27. What you think?
That ain't too young. That ain't too young.
You're way too young.
It is
when
too young.
When that dick work, it's too young.
But it's people
when you got shit going on, it's
26
too young.
is too young.
I'll tell you this, though, man. To be honest, on some real shit, you know, a lot of things that was fucked up in my marriage was on me.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can mature past that now.
Right.
And
give me an example.
And that's why I say it's too young. That's why I say it's too young, because it's usually us.
Okay, so I was in the streets. I had money.
Right.
With money comes attention.
Right.
With attention, you like it.
Right.
You don't turn it down. You gonna fuck pretty much anything that's gonna willing to give you some pussy.
What I said earlier though, I say, bro,
you're ruining my whole. If they love you, they wouldn't cheap fuck with everything. You're ruining it.
Well, I tell you this. At the point I am now, 38 years old. Right. I would get remarried, and I would be faithful.
You would do it different. Yeah, you would do it different.
And I would do it different, and I would be faithful now, because that's where I'm at with my life now. To be honest, there's no reward in fucking plenty hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he said,
it's ego
earlier, it's definitely ego. But at the same time, if you and your woman building and you fuck this random,
yeah,
you gonna lose this what you got over here for that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like to be honest, like pussy is pussy.
Yeah, but you gotta understand.
But your house shouldn't be on the line when you step
Exactly.
out. Your home shouldn't be on the line when you.
Yeah, but when you young, when you young, you ain't thinking like that.
I was just gonna say, there's no logic with a hard dick on a young man, bro. All the common sense shit go out the window, bro.
But you gotta think though, at the time, with the amount of money I had, and I'm taking care of everything,
Right.
bill, everything. My wife ain't had to pay shit.
Right.
Maybe her cell phone bill. You know what I'm saying? That was it. It comes with a level of arrogance. You thinking in your head,
Fact, yeah,
I can do
1000%.
whatever the fuck I want to do
Right.
because I'm footing the bill for everything.
Right, and that's a horrible way to think.
It is.
It's a horrible
it's
way to
terrible.
think because
terrible.
all of the things that we do for a motherfucker are things we supposed to do anyway.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
like motherfucker bragging about like I take care of my kids. Bitch, okay.
But notice,
That's
ladies,
you're
what he
supposed to do.
said. Now he said all of those things are what we supposed to do anyway.
Right.
But
So you don't
when
say-
y'all try to put monogamy on that, we taking that out. That's not what we supposed to just do anyway.
Right.
But at the same time, man, I got to say this, man, because motherfuckers act like niggas is the only one that cheat. These women out here cheating just as much as men are cheating.
I will say this though,
And I can say that because damn near every woman I cheated with had a nigga.
But I will say this though too, Shaun, though, is that in a lot of cases, bro, like women do cheat.
Yeah.
Women do cheat. But good women, bro, we usually drive them to cheat. It's always something like we like to say women cheat after we fucked up 4 or 5 times on a woman and then she finally step out.
They out here cheating with broken heart.
Right.
They got a battery in their back to go perform this.
Right.
Yeah,
Because they cheat with their heart. And if
Sometimes.
their heart is tied to you, a good woman cheats. Most good women cheat with their heart, bro.
Even most times, even the hoes and shit like that, it's just a different backstory. Like some of the hoes come from the heartbreak of childhood and a man not protecting
Somebody
them from
broke their heart.
molestation.
That's a lot of things that men have to take into accountability when it comes to women. These women are damaged, not even from just previous relationships, but the way they was brought up.
Absolutely.
You know, they home and everything. And so me and my partner had a conversation not too long ago. He was in town for his father's funeral and he posed a question to me. He said, is it our responsibility to help them heal through their hurt?
If you select them, yes, it is. It's like if you choose. It's just like if you go to a car lot and you buy a car and they say the radiator fucked up on this. You feel me? When you purchase that car, it's on you to fix the radiator.
Right.
If you don't want to fix the radiator, don't buy this motherfucker.
I agree, but at the same time, a lot of women that's damaged like that, they're not willing to listen to you because they feel like you run the game anyway.
Yeah, but that's what we go back to captain of the ship. Don't let them on your ship.
Right.
That's a choice.
Once you realize that a woman's about to sink the ship, you have to let them get off.
And I would say this, that's why it's very important to build a friendship with these women before you get in a relationship with them.
And answer this, right? Have you ever found out a woman that you were faithful to, right? That you've never made no mistakes on, with cheated on you?
Nah, because honestly, like mistakes, it come in many.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't believe that as a man. It's very few men who will get in a relationship and don't make mistakes because that dynamic ain't for you no way. Right. So when you enter that relationship anyway, it's built for you to make mistakes.
It's built on you to fail.
Yeah.
But my thing is, we still agree to it.
Yeah,
so my
no
thing
doubt.
is like bro, I could sign up for a boxing match with Roy and know I'm gonna get my ass knocked out.
Right.
But when I get in that ring, you feel me? I signed up for this.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah. So
no
it's
doubt.
like if I
but we've already crossed that bridge. That's the biggest heartbreak that we out here giving them is the perception of it.
Right.
But I do understand where the perception comes from. So when I asked you, like when you told me you got married and you was fucking everything, I got a personal question for you.
Okay.
Looking back on that now as a mature man, would you say that was love? Would you classify what you felt in your heart for that woman as love?
I would say yes. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
I talk about all my cheating to just being young and immature.
Right.
Because to this day, that woman can get anything she want from me.
Yeah.
You know, she got my children, my son, my oldest son, I could say. If she was going through any hardship in life and she didn't have a man, then I would help her through that hardship.
Right.
Okay. I chose to cheat. You know, she was a good woman. She had her flaws, but I just wasn't ready.
Right.
You got to understand, I got into a relationship with that woman when I was a junior in high school. She was a sophomore Yeah, she was a sophomore in
Yeah,
college.
no fact. Yeah, you clearly wasn't ready to be.
But
faithful to nothing
I
at
wasn't
that point
ready.
in time.
And we had a child right after I graduated high school. And it's just a simple fact of being together for so much time. I felt like we've been through so much shit together. We obviously ain't letting each other go.
Right.
So I got married. Me and him had a conversation. I was not ready to get married at the time. I proposed. But I did it anyway. At that point, we was together 10 years. It's like, well, fuck shit. We ain't never gonna break up any goddamn way.
Yeah.
So I proposed to her. We got married. I was cheating my ass off, you know. So I did love her. If we was at this stage and maturity where I am in life now, I wouldn't cheat on her.
Right.
You know. But like I said, to this day, you know, if that woman was going through anything and she didn't have a man and she needed anything, I'd be there for her.
And that's why I say that we got to stop. I think we be in a rush to be grown, bro. We be in a rush to do shit. Like, you got to live first.
Right.
Live first. Like, men can be in a monogamous relationship, but get that shit out of your system first. How the fuck can you
get it out of your system and know what you want out of life?
That takes this, bro. And nobody likes this analogy because it sounds real fucking hoish. But bro, if I walk into a fucking ice cream shop, bro, you feel me? And there's 197 flavors, bro. I'm not gonna side on the first flavor I taste and say this the shit. They say, boy, you get to take a bucket of this shit for the rest of your life home with you. You feel me? You're not gonna taste test the first one and be like, that's it.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because now you're wondering about the other flavors the whole time you taking these buckets home. You going to the store to get your bucket. You like, damn, bro, like, I wonder what that strawberry hitting on. I wonder what that chocolate hitting on. I wonder what that Neapolitan hitting on. You feel me? Right. So the goal is to, bro, tell them motherfuckers to give you a spoon or a little bit of everything. Get you a taste test some of this shit.
Right.
So now you'll know when you go in there to get your bucket and you get ready to leave that place, you comfortable with what you taking because you know this other shit ain't the move.
Right.
You feel me? So take your fucking time getting into these relationships.
Definitely.
Take your fucking time before you get married to somebody. People go into marriages with red flags all over the fucking place.
All the time.
Like he say,
most of them, yeah, absolutely.
I asked this man, I say, bro, like, before he got married, I'm like, when was the last time you fucked off, bro? And he gave me an answer.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I'm just like, no.
That's too close.
Yeah, like, that's not the move. I don't give a fuck how long you've been dating. It's not the move. It's a bad idea because now you already been selling somebody a dream. You selling them a more expensive dream now.
Right.
You feel me? Like, why the fuck would you do that to yourself? You hurting them and you hurting them. You not allowing yourself to grow. Right. You don't even know who the fuck you are right now, bro. Right. Figure out who you are before you try to be somebody to somebody else.
Right.
That's the biggest issue between us and females in relationships is I'm going into it not knowing who the fuck I am and you don't know who the fuck you are and we trying to figure each other out.
Right.
Like, and
that's big because I will say at the point in time where I figured out who I was, what I wanted in life, I told that woman, we were still married.
Mm-hmm.
I said, look, I've been cheating. This marriage ain't what I want anymore.
And that shit is so
unfair. Did you get caught or did you just come out and say it?
Whew, I got caught.
Okay. Cool.
But
I just be wondering how do you start? There's no.
I tell you what. So for the longest, I say about a good 2 months, I wanted to tell her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't tell her.
Yeah, this is just the time. Like,
right.
You know what?
And I got caught. And when I got caught, it was at the point where it was like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you anymore. I'm not gonna try to get myself out of this. I'm just gonna be truthful with you and let you know that yes, this is what I've been doing. Yeah. No, this marriage is not what I want anymore. And that's what it is.
And this is why I did it the way I did it. Answer this:
Mm-hmm.
If you one of your homeboys, right? You caught me stealing some money from you,
mm-hmm.
right? Could you ever forgive me? Given our history, I stole some money from you, and you caught me, and I said, bro, I was gonna tell you, I felt bad about it.
But you think it'll make it better if you
stole
it?
But you caught me first, huh?
But you think it'll make it better if
yes,
you told me before
and I'm gonna tell you why. It would make it better because. Like if somebody,
I would feel you were sincere if you told me first.
Because like damn, you really felt bad about taking this from me.
However,
but you still
timing is timing, bro. And if I caught you before you told me, it doesn't mean that you wasn't genuine in wanting to tell me. You know what I'm saying?
It would feel
I wouldn't forgive you. But I wouldn't feel like
you wouldn't feel like it was genuine because you stole the shit 2 months ago. You had 2 months to tell me.
Right.
So you feel me? You sorry, like bro. People say you ain't sorry if you got caught. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't sorry. You sorry you got caught. So that's why I say it's important.
I'm not gonna say that's true though because I felt bad towards the end of my marriage of what I was doing.
Yeah, you felt
And
bad.
I wanted to tell her for 2 months, but I'm gonna tell you, like, when you in a marriage, you got kids together and you got access together, and
Right.
it's just hard.
It's being bigger than that. Yeah.
Plus, nobody wants to hurt nobody. This woman sacrificed and gave her all of me through all the arrest, all the jail stints, all the cheating, all the everything I put her through.
Right.
And it's hard. It's like, to be honest, I remember going to Atlanta, having a conversation with my spiritual advisor, and coming home to Pensacola and like for 2 months stalling. Like, I want to tell this woman that I no longer want to be in this marriage.
Oh man,
I just don't know how.
it ain't no good time.
It's never a good time, and you know how they love you. Yeah. And it's like, this shit is going to break this woman's heart.
Yeah, but we gotta stop. That's ego too. Like,
you should put it on the blimp, like, not a blimp, but like the plane right by, and they say, "Will you marry me?"
Yeah,
it's just say, "I'll be chief."
Yeah, no.
like, babe, look.
Hell no.
That's one thing I had.
I know what to tell you. So
I had to teach myself this, bro. That's ego. Like, that's a man ego. We have this tendency to feel like a motherfucker can't live without us. Right. You feel me? Or a motherfucker love me so much that they gonna hurt me. Or it's gonna hurt them. You gonna hurt them either fucking way. Right. You feel what I'm saying? But it's your ego telling you that these people can't do without you, or they can't. No, they can.
So could you just leave then and don't say what you did? I'm just asking this question.
Nah, I think you owe it to him to tell him what you did. And I tell you, I learned a lot from my marriage as far as being honest, because my baby mama, after my marriage, I don't know if I just didn't care to hurt her. Yeah. But I kept it a buck. You fucking so? Yeah. Oh man. I am.
Yeah, and
you know
and all of them deserve that same honesty, bro. But like you say, women enjoy being lied to.
They do, man. You cannot tell these women the truth. If you meet a woman,
but I will say this. I will say this though, Shaun, is that initially they don't want to hear the truth. Right. But like, once they process it, they have a whole lot.
It's not once you process it. Once they process it, it's once you lied to them enough.
No. If you tell them the truth. And like, see, this is the issue with men. We'll tell the truth, and we start seeing them tears and that hurt, and we start trying to coddle. But
that's what anybody gonna do if you care about something.
Right, I understand that, bro. Right. But what you have to understand, though, bro, is that you got to learn to tell the truth, bro, and allow them folks to sit in that shit and process it. Just like you owe them the truth, you owe them space to process too. Right. You feel me? You have to allow them people to process that shit. And a lot of the times they come back with more respect for you. They still mad either way. Right. But what you don't want to lose is the respect and have them fucking pissed off at you. Yeah. It's one thing to lose. The respect is what's most important.
But brother, them women don't want the truth even in that scenario, brother. They want the truth because it's beneficial for me to know the truth. It's not going to be beneficial for our relationship in any form of fashion.
It's not. No, it's not. Because at the end of the day, bro, once you've broken that barrier, it's kind of over any fucking way.
You might as well.
Yeah, you might as well just fucking
She's going to be a whole different woman.
It's a wrap. Yeah, it's
you
a wrap.
ain't going to like her no
more. So that goes without saying.
Once she going to be nasty to the motherfucker.
If you're not willing to keep the lie going, once you tell the truth, it's a wrap. It's never gonna be the same. Never. You feel me? It's never gonna be the same, bro. I had the most beautiful lie going ever. Yeah. It was beautiful. It was beautiful, but when I told the truth, that lie was never the same.
Right. But you gotta respect it though, because if they told you the truth about what they did, it would never be the same.
It would never be the same. No, I'm definitely leaving because I know, like, because of the way they function and we function, we already talk about this all the time. And my thing is, it's a lose-lose on a woman's behalf, because if you do have the capacity to go just fuck somebody and it don't mean nothing, I can't be with you anyway. Right. You feel me? So it's a lose-lose. So it's just like, so my thing, and it's like, this is what I say. Like, if I fuck off, right, and I get caught, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you forgive me, right? I fucked off with a woman. If you fuck off with a woman, we even. Neither one of us going to fuck with no dude. That's the rule.
That's the rule?
Yeah, neither one of us can fuck with a dude. No dicks allowed. Yeah.
So two pussies equal the right, one dick equal the wrong.
Wrong. Okay. I fucked off on you with a woman. If you cheat on me with a woman too, we even.
Okay, so I can live with that. If you fucked off once with a woman, if she fucked off 3-4 times with a woman, you still willing to?
Well, I'm living with that. Go for it.
Okay, we gonna have a conversation like, "Hey man, you got settle down."
Yeah, but I can fuck with that.
Call me
because bro, I just there's a certain chemistry between a man and a woman that affects a woman in a certain way. Right. A woman being with a woman is different to me. You feel me? It's just like, and there's nothing being altered. Like, I ain't got nobody entering my fucking woman. Yeah. So you feel me? That's a sacred ground that ain't really being tapped for real. You feel me? Yeah. That's more fun to me. That's like you having fun. You want something different. But I got a dick,
Right.
so why would you need another dick?
And I'm gonna explain the boundary between
Well,
that.
if
But go
she
ahead,
got a
too.
pussy, why would you need another pussy?
Yeah, man, because
I can think of 1,000 reasons.
Yeah, I mean, I could too, but I'm saying
Exactly.
they're like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
okay, so let me ask you
Yeah.
this. 21 Savage said that he'd rather have loyalty over love.
Right.
How do y'all feel? I agree with him.
I don't
But how
listen
do
to
y'all
none of
feel?
the rappers say, man.
No,
anyway,
but
go
you
ahead.
gotta understand, like, love ain't shit. To be honest, man, you
Those-
love
but-
motherfuckers
but-
by default
but
by
bro,
spending enough time with
No,
them.
bro, but those things, real love and loyalty, those things go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. If somebody loves you for real, they loyal. If somebody's loyal, usually they love you.
Right.
I kinda agree.
There's no one without the other, bro. That's why I don't listen to rappers, because they don't think with logic. He probably regurgitated that shit that he heard somebody else say. You feel me? It's not money over bitches, and it's not loyalty over love.
It's not money over bitches, but love is so simple to come by, brother. If you spend enough time with
No.
a motherfucker, you'll start to love them.
No,
Nah,
bro.
let me-
No,
nah,
that's
let me-
that's
go
that's
ahead.
love. That's not love. That's infatuation,
Listen.
or that's like. Love is different. That's like we use that word way too fucking loosely.
We do.
And listen,
We do.
that's what I've been
We
waiting
do.
to get into this whole time.
Okay.
Let me explain this to you. The reason why I asked you that question, do you feel like that was love when you look back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because me at this stage now, I would disagree with you, right? I would tell you that you didn't love her. Not a bad thing, though. Let me tell you what we do all the time. Women are notorious for this, but men also do it too. Women feel like every man they meet is the last one they gonna ever meet.
Right.
Like women don't understand it. Chapter's closed.
Or this one is made
Right.
for you.
Yeah, sometimes that nigga just right for a couple of months. He was just here to get you through whatever it took to get you through the next stage. That don't make him bad because it didn't work. That don't make it bad because he showed you it. Everybody you meet is not forever. You feel me?
Right.
So women have a thing that every man I meet, I hope this is the last one, right? But anyway, nobody teaches us exactly. We just put titles out there: love, pain, anger, right?
Right.
Nobody teaches you what level those things
what it
are on.
really is,
Yeah, what's
right.
the difference between love and like? Nobody
Right.
teaches you that level,
Right.
right?
Yeah, I agree.
So
I agree.
you go through these, like, especially, and we start too early getting in these relationships and things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you experience something, and you brand new with all your feelings, man. 16, 17, but you
don't even know how to love.
Right. You feel something for somebody. You don't know if that's like a love.
Right.
This is the first motherfucker that I liked.
Right.
But what happens is we get so caught up in it, next thing you know, we're pregnant. Like you said, I've been with a motherfucker for so long, or what happens is
Right.
we love then we start transferring emotions. You start loving the idea of that this person belongs to you.
Right.
It's like that car out in your front yard that ain't nobody ever touched and it's rusting. You feel me? If I come out there and start fucking with you, be like, man, get the fuck off my car.
Right.
You be like, nigga, why you care?
Right.
You don't like this car, you ain't did shit to this
Right.
motherfucker.
No, I love that car.
Right, but that's your car.
Right.
You feel me? So a lot of times we as men, we get infatuated with the fact that this is ours. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want nobody else to fuck it, touch it, do nothing to it.
Right.
Even though I technically
Don't give a fuck
love
about it. Right.
Right.
But we possessive. That's why.
Right.
But
But
that's
we
not love.
technically don't love it.
Right.
So we build all of these things with these women that we like a whole lot, but
Right.
we don't love. And then one day when you feel love, you like, God damn, that I wasn't in love.
Right.
It-
Right.
When you
Right.
get that, when
That's
you
why you can look back at so many
Right.
of your exes and be like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like,
Right.
I'm
You thought
tripping
you was in
over
love.
that.
You said,
Exactly.
I love you
Yeah.
every day.
Facts.
Right.
So what happens was I had girlfriends, a baby mama, everything when I met this one chick that I said I was in love with, right? I said I love you to all the girls I was in a relationship with because I
Right.
thought I did.
Right.
I thought at one time I loved my baby mama, whatever, but I cheated every time I got a chance. Every time I got a chance to.
Right.
You hear me? Every time.
Right.
But when I got with this certain woman, the feeling was so different, brother. The way I felt about her was so much higher.
So how can both of those be love if
Right.
they're different?
Facts. And guess what happened?
But you
Right.
realize further down the line that was love and earlier that wasn't.
Right, and guess what happened? Naturally, I didn't fuck nothing.
Right.
I went from fucking everything
Right.
I could
Right.
to not getting
And
around
I
to
don't
fucking
think
nothing.
women understand how hard it is for a man to not fuck something.
I don't.
Facts.
But I will say
takes-
this.
Even when he love you,
Right.
because at the same time, a nut is a nut.
No facts, but
I will.
yeah.
I gotta disagree with that.
Yeah, I was about to say
I
too,
gotta
though.
disagree
Yeah.
with that
Yeah.
because like he say, bro, like love is at a certain level, and the older I get, the more I realize I ain't never really loved shit.
Yeah,
You feel me? I ain't never really loved shit. I just thought I did.
But some people are so in deep in these relationships, 10, 15, 20 years in, that you can't even admit I ain't even in love.
You want to tell you who in love?
But this is your property.
You want me to tell you
Yeah.
who was in love? The motherfucker that killed his whole family when he found out she fucked off.
Very much in love because he had nothing else to go.
Nah,
Yeah,
that was
it.
just wasn't mentally stable. That's how that was. Shit.
because I feel like that feeling makes you mentally unstable because
It is hell,
bro,
brother.
the high,
I won't lie.
It's like when we think about how we feel about somebody,
lie.
bro, we don't think about shit to the highest peak. And that's why I've always been so afraid of commitment and so afraid of being in love with somebody because I understand what love does to you. Love has no logic. Love has no rules. Love has none of those things that you, all of this shit that you thinking like, I did this or I did it. Like, bro, love don't understand none of that shit.
Don't, brother. And so many of us, bro, I wish I could take a poll on this. Well, you can't take a poll. Nobody would ever know. But if you had a crystal ball to figure this out, I guarantee you, bro, so many of us will never find the love of our life because we committed to something too early.
Right.
You didn't. Right. This is not love, and you realize it so late in your life. Then you start to transform to just make your decision. What humans do is we'll come up with reasons to make our decision okay.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You with a motherfucker for the children. You been dating a motherfucker 20 years just waiting for the kids to get out and gone. Then you realize when the kids gone, ain't nothing but you and her left in the house. Oh damn, we don't love each other.
That's a bad decision.
I got into an argument with somebody about something I said on the podcast. I said that I was always afraid of getting married and then meeting my wife, and that created an argument. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I'm just like, bro, like. We ain't like everybody got this thing to where like we made for each other or you got a soulmate. You feel me? I'm just like, no, bro. Like there's always some shit that's a higher level. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just like if you don't feel like you at the highest level of your emotions with somebody, there's somebody that can come in and fucking switch that shit. You feel me? So it's just like. Now
I do believe that there's a pinnacle. I do believe that there is a such thing as a soulmate.
Absolutely.
But what happens is all the times you're not necessarily meant to be with your soulmate. There's sometimes timing to throw your soulmate off. Sometimes you'll fuck it up.
But I don't think it's one.
Now I'm gonna tell you why though.
Okay, go ahead. And then I'm gonna spin back. I'm spin the block.
When I first started working offshore, I came back and I started working security right at the hospital, right. And I would have to sit with some of these older patients. You feel me? Like I'm saying, like they would be, mentally going through something, or you just got to watch them, make sure they don't fall or something like that, and the nurses ain't really got the time, right? But I'm a talkative person, you feel me? So I'm sitting there, instead of just staring at you like a fucking retard, you feel me? I have a conversation with them, right? And you get these people, now they on their deathbed, it's over with. The story is written, it's no more, nothing coming, nobody up here but your family living their life. It's over with for these people, right? And they start talking to you, right? Now they'll tell you about their husband or their wife. They'll tell you about them, right? What they miss about them, what was great about them. Then they'll tell you about that one. They got away. And they remember, and you could just tell in that old person's voice the passion difference. Now, you didn't say that about your husband, right? Now, there are some who were married to their husband. They have one that like their husband was their soulmate, right? He might have passed away or might have got killed, went to war or some shit like that, right? And they've been married several times before. But they talk about that one. None of them other ones don't mean shit at the end of the day. He was a good old boy. He was this. Yeah, but he started talking about that one. It's always that one, Bone. And when you're on your deathbed, I guarantee you. Now, I might not be there to talk to you about it. But when you're on your deathbed, brother, it's gonna be that one.
I get it. There's definitely always that one. But my point is this: though, like, bro, like, all right. Let's say, for instance, I was born in fucking Virginia. Right. You feel me? And I was born in Virginia. Like, bro, like, we're in Pensacola, Florida. Out of all of the people in the world, my soulmate right here with me.
But listen, it's easy to say that though. But listen, the universe, that might be where you were supposed to be born. If it's such thing as a soulmate, the way we try to put that title on it, you're gonna be in the vicinity of your soulmate. You're gonna make it some kind of way to where she belongs.
I disagree because depending on your lifestyle, you can be a motherfucker in the military that travel your whole life. And then you'll bump into it.
What I'm saying is the universe gonna put you where she at.
Right. That's what he said. He said
she might be in a trap, but you're gonna be a trap nigga. Right. So whatever she at,
but I feel like you ever came across your soulmate.
Absolutely.
How about you?
Yeah, I do. I do, but I don't think like I say, I don't believe there's one. I believe that
he ain't coming across this shit.
No,
he got somebody he like more than
maybe even love. No, bro. Like I kind of like
See, you saying words that are not definitive. I kind of like. When you ask me what I say,
you said straight up.
No, what I'm saying,
and I feel like I found mine.
What I'm saying is I know. No, what I'm saying is that, bro, in every lifetime there will be that one. You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that one could be. It's not like a concrete thing on like when like you're born, like this is gonna be that person. Right. No, like I might meet 10 people. Out of those 10 people, one of those is gonna be the one. Right. You feel what I'm saying? But that don't necessarily. You feel me? But
no, I get it wholeheartedly. Yeah, so, like Jolene was the first woman that I loved again. I didn't even think I could feel it again until I met that person. And like I said, I thought love was ruined for me because I lost my soulmate. Right. And then I did realize through just living. I wasn't even trying to love homegirl. Like I didn't realize I loved her till I tried to get on the plane to leave her from Sacramento, and I broke down. I'm crying leaving from the terminal. I'm like, what the fuck wrong with me? And you realize, bro, you are alive. You can love. I did though. I ain't gonna lie to bro. Right, listen. Now check this out. Now listen though. Now listen, bro. Don't do that, man. She don't even like me right now. I don't even know why I'm blocked. She blocked me.
Like fat tears are just like look.
Nah, listen. Now let me tell you. Listen.
Don't tears with fat man.
Gay as fuck. Listen. I turn around. You know how you get to the part where your family can't come with you.
Yeah. Right.
I turned around and she was still standing there. I had to walk back.
Man, stop, man.
I did though. I turned around and she was looking. I was like, damn, I don't want to leave this motherfucker, bro. Like, what's wrong with me, bro? Right. But like, I was so unfamiliar with being attached to a woman that deep again, and that was dope that she could bring that back. But even with that being said, bro, that other woman I talk about, and this ain't no diss to no other woman, bro. That's my person, dog. Mm-hmm. If you could dig if you could read her mind, brother, she'll tell you the same thing. She'll never openly say it. She gonna live her life with a whole nother nigga, get married and have family. That's just who she is as a human being. So why don't you
go back and get her?
It ain't that simple, dog.
Okay.
She ain't built like that. Like I said, she gonna live her whole life with another motherfucker though. But she feel the same thing I feel. You know when you got your person.
So I guess the point I'm trying to make is that we don't always meet our soulmates.
We don't always be with them because it takes a lot.
I agree with both. Sometimes you don't meet them. Sometimes you meet them and you won't be with them.
Yeah, I could say that I feel like you meet them, but there are people like you might meet your soulmate in your marriage. Like you say, you feel getting married and meeting them, right?
Yeah.
And you'll meet her and watch her walk off, and you'll know. That's it.
I don't want that, and that's
but
why.
But because of who you are and your loyalty, you stick where you at. There are a lot of people who die. You met them, you know them, but I chose something else and I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah. Like I said, that's what she gonna do. I'm the type of person that'll throw it all away and come back to you. She the type of person where I'm gonna ride out. I'm mad about this. I feel this kind of way. I'm gonna live over here. So she gonna do that. She gonna die without me. That's just how she rock. You feel me? So a lot of people make that decision.
So for your soulmate, it's on her or why y'all not together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I personally, I just like I'm one of the motherfuckers that just throw everything away except the shit I feel like my soulmate. I just be throwing shit away throughout the years, just like meeting motherfuckers, liking them, you feel me, loving them, and like I can't really commit all the way or go all the way through because I got some shit over here that I feel like is where I'm supposed to end up.
Mm-hmm. So you know where you're already.
I know where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, and a lot of people do that too.
I know where I'm supposed to be.
So you'll live that life.
If you know that's the person, why don't you change your lifestyle to be with that person?
Nah, because it don't work like that. My thing is this, bro. I feel like everything should run its course. That's our problem in relationships.
You can't force it. You can't force it. You gotta let it happen when it's supposed to happen.
Right, we're trying to force our way into a situation. We see somebody we like. It's the same reason why men lie. They see something they think they like and it's supposed to be for them, and they conform and do whatever it takes to get it.
Right.
No, whatever the fuck I feel like it's for me. If it's for me, it'll be there when I'm done developing. You feel what I'm saying?
No, it won't at all.
Yeah. So do you believe?
No, it won't.
Do y'all believe in the whole?
Yeah.
But y'all believe in the whole? If you love it, let it go. It'll come back.
No. I don't know, and that's what I'm about to get into. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I won't. We talk all the time. Me and you both agree. Right. Yeah, I got a little towel. It's hot as fuck.
That shit still there.
It is. Y'all don't bring AC in here. I don't know what's up with y'all.
Okay, listen. So we talk about all the time about how we live in an unnatural world with social media. Right. You ain't supposed to know the motherfucker who live in Japan or whatever. Right. We talk about all this shit that we do, right? And so all of these things are why we don't end up with the person we supposed to end up with, right? Mm-hmm. Life is simple, dog. All this shit we talking about, this shit ain't complicated, bro. Mm-hmm. You know who you love. You know your soulmate. Get with them. Work it out. Ups and downs. You'll figure it out. That's how simple it's supposed to be. But all of the things that we holding on to, our dreams, our wants, our needs, our desires, bro, we ain't supposed to have none of this shit going on. Every time we reinvent the wheel, we fuck up the car.
Right.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I agree.
Every time we come up with a new solution in life, we fuck up the vehicle.
Right.
We think we making shit better and faster, but we making shit faster, but we making weaker humans.
Right.
We giving people more options and think that's better, but we making less committed individuals. You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
Everything that's keeping us apart from living the lives that we supposed to be is us. Right. It's simple. That man could go get with her right now.
Right,
and she could throw whatever. But we both won't do it because of whatever's going on.
But see, this is the thing, though. Like I agree with what you're saying 1,000%. It should be that easy. Right. But my thing is like if I'm thinking from an organic and natural stance, and this person is not, I can't. Like I'm not going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might not be unique.
I'm not going to you. Right. To like he said, why don't you just throw everything away and go be with? I'm like, bro, it don't work like that because this person may desire some things that I don't want to.
Yeah, it takes both people to get rid of people. Right. It takes both people to get rid of society.
Right. But that's why
but it's the hardest thing for us both to say, you know what? Fuck everything. Right. Fuck the world. Fuck.
And that's when you end up. That's when you end up closer to where you're supposed to be when both parties can look at the matrix and realize, bro, like I call it, I say it all the time on the
show,
on the podcast, is that we create extra steps, bro. You feel me? Like animals got it right. You feel me? We wake up, fuck, hunt, sleep. You feel me? And we good.
Yeah.
They don't think there's no other factors.
Simple.
We ain't got no rent. We ain't got no car. We ain't got no.
They don't.
No, they lock in.
So if you know that's your soulmate, why is it so hard for you to put aside everything else to do what you're supposed to do to be with that soulmate?
It's not put aside everything else, bro. It's just that we have the things that somebody who maybe your soulmate desires. I mean, who your soulmate is, desires things that aren't natural. Like soul, if we're gonna talk about soulmates, that's a natural thing.
Yeah,
we got to go back to the beginning and what's in the essence. I use that word all the time. So it's just like if your soulmate requires you to be 6'1", you feel me?
Have a beard, ain't got nothing to do with soul.
You feel me? Like you never. Y'all ain't gonna never fuck with each other.
Exactly. So she'll spend half her life out here searching for it.
We out here trying to have a natural selection with unnatural things that we're selecting.
So you saying it's not just you, it's the both of y'all.
No, it's not even. It's not even me because I'm willing to like go be with that person. I throw it all away.
But she wouldn't.
But I'm willing to throw it all away. But you got to throw away your fucking traditional. You have to unlearn all the bullshit you know so we can start fresh.
You got to know how to deal with me and accept me.
You have to accept me who I am.
That's your soulmate.
That's the thing about. That's the thing about most men and women in relationships now. Most men are going into relationships conforming to what a woman wants. But that man isn't asking that woman to do shit.
That's not natural.
Like I've never I can't recall asking a woman to be something different than what she was. I took her as she was.
But that's
you
the
ain't got a
difference
job, you ain't got
between
no
men
money,
and
all
women.
that shit. I take you.
We'll love them how they are.
Right.
They would not love us how we are. They
but-
only love us based off of how they want us to be.
But sometimes in the event, a man will miss out on his soulmate also because of the desires of the world. He's chasing out of other things, whether it's pussy, money, whatever. And I give you, and my example was when I met that woman, like you said, I wasn't her type. She like dark skinned niggas. She like niggas whole beard connect. I'm the complete opposite of that. So it took a bit of a threshold for her to even get past that this is the package that God had for her. That was one thing. Then she believed that happiness was a destination, not a state of mind. She believed that I would be happy if I got to travel to see this. If we were together and we got to go live here and we got to go do this and she got to see nothing. So then when we separated, she went and did all of those things and there was still something missing. It took that, right? So then when she finally realized all of those things that wouldn't lead to happiness and she doubled back and she came to me, now guess who fucked up?
You.
Me.
You. Right.
Now she ready and she realized, but I'm resentful.
Right.
I'm envious.
Right.
I really don't.
That's usually how it happened.
Right.
Right. I want to commit to you, but every time I feel like loving you the same, I feel like, man, it's fucked up. It's easy for you to say that. You get what I'm saying? That's how I felt, which was childish and petty and not manly.
Right.
I was looking at her like, man, I bet it is easy for you to say, let's do it now.
Yeah, that's
you
why,
get what I'm saying? I was hurt still. And then I fucked it up. Now I'm lying and got
you
caught
entitled
lying.
to that though. But you entitled to that.
No. But I shouldn't be because I ruined my own happiness because I got in my own way. If this woman is everything I say, I should be able to let that go. I'm a man that's petty, that's emotional, but I was in my feelings. I felt like I hadn't been apologized to. I felt like you live your best life, but I've been out here miserable, struggling. And here you are like, okay, now I'm ready. I'm like, yeah, I bet it is convenient for you to be ready. Right. Now.
So why is it hard for you to swallow your pride and say, all right, fuck it, you did what you did, I did what I did. We know this supposed to be, let's be.
Because now it takes her to forgive me. Now I'm ready to forgive her. But then when she came back, since I was resentful and envious, I came back here to Pensacola and I started lying to her. You feel me? I wasn't ready to completely walk away from my ex because I feel like I don't even know if you gonna stand by me. It sound good what you saying, but I ain't finna drop everybody.
Like you said, it's convenient now after the fact that you did all that you did, and I'm supposed to just jump and say, all right, fuck it, I'll be with you.
And now I done got caught talking to both of them, and I look like the bad guy. You feel me? Well, really, I'm just protecting myself from. You see what I'm saying?
And a lot of women don't understand that men do protect ourselves from hurt. You know, a lot of women just feel like that. They're like, we just gonna fuck off.
But but I think that's a huge reason why a lot of men fuck off subconsciously, bro. It's just a security blanket,
right?
Because a lot of when I'm like, I can't imagine, bro, being 1,000% faithful to a woman and finding out she cheating on me,
right? I got to kill her.
So my thing is like all of this.
Let me not put that out there. Don't do that.
Don't kill nobody.
I'll be forgetting now. I'm forgetting it's the India.
But I'm saying it's just like it's almost like a security blanket for a lot of men because like most male egos can't take that.
Right.
You feel me? You'll never live it down, and we definitely will never be together.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like it's a lot easier to take that blow when you know that your time wasn't all invested in. All your eggs went in one basket. You kind of fucked off a little bit. You did your thing. You kind of, you feel me? It softens that blow. So, yeah, I don't like. I tell women all the time, you don't want 100% faithful, man. You it's gonna be a cycle. There's no that's primal nature, bro. Like when you watch shit in the wild kills they kill each other over females.
Right.
Yeah, they fight to the death. But when so it's just like that's in us.
Yeah.
And
when you truly in love though, like truly, it is easy to take a step away from those things. I believe that if I had let's say been with this woman for 20 years, let's say I stepped out once, I believe it would have ate me up so bad. That one time.
You never did it again.
I don't believe that I would I definitely couldn't have done it consistently because I loved her so much, bro. Just to walk in and see her like, man, I'd have felt like a wild ass
Right,
nigga.
you felt wild.
So have you ever felt bad for cheating?
No.
Have you?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, that's a lie. I did one time.
Yeah,
I confessed to a girl one time. I confessed. And she responded so well, that made me feel.
I
felt bad for cheating before, but I
ain't gonna even say I felt bad for cheating. I felt bad for putting somebody in a situation to where I would have to cheat on them. Yeah. That's what I felt bad. I felt bad about committing to something I know I couldn't do. The pussy was never the problem.
Right.
The fucking off was never like something that bothered me. It was just that like to go home and look at somebody that you care for, that cares for you, and have to like think about replaying. Like you feel me? Like so, it's like damn, like. It's just like lying to somebody you love. It's hard for you to, like I gave you the stealing analogy earlier. It would be hard for you to steal from me and be around me. If you stole from me, you would avoid me.
Right.
You wouldn't even be able to look me in the eyes.
So let me ask you a question as men, though, because I've never had this experience, so I'm just curious now.
All right.
I've never cheated on a woman and lived with a woman. You get what I'm saying? I've never had to walk through my front door from cheating.
Oh, man.
Like, what be on your mind when you walk through the door from cheating? Like,
the score of the football game. Who winning? Did the Raiders win?
You definitely got to put your mind frame in a different area than where you was just at.
So when you come in and see a girl sitting there, you don't feel no kind of way?
You feel some type of way, but you feel more scared than anything.
I think a lot of men though. They pre-justify cheating before they do it.
Right.
So they already have
so it's already worked out.
It's already some shit that made them, they already gave themselves an excuse to do it. Even if it was invalid or not, whether it was valid or not, invalid.
So have your girl ever done something when you got home that just made you feel bad? Like you got home, you was cool, you wasn't even tripping. And then she did something,
but that's why women always...
Yeah, I felt bad. Look, I came home one day and it was Father's Day gifts, and because my birthday...
Did you cheat on Father's Day?
No, listen.
What the fuck?
No, my birthday and Father's Day always land on the same weekend, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
you had to cheat. That nigga cheated on Father's Day weekend.
Well, I mean, your side bitch got a gift for you too. So yeah,
that's not the weekend to cheat. Out of all the weekends to cheat, Father's Day is not the one.
Well, my birthday always end up on that.
Neither your
weekend.
birthday either.
Yeah, he's sitting there not deserving shit.
Right. I felt bad. I came home. It was 2 pair of shoes on the kitchen table, a necklace on the kitchen table, and I'm like, damn, I was just with another woman.
I wouldn't have put nothing in. I just said, I wouldn't even unwrap them gifts. I'm sleeping.
Got open business a couple days later.
Man, I got a headache. I can't see this shit.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, wow.
I mean, that's what he cheated on Father's Day weekend.
But they say anytime, like anytime, I think men are overly nice. You could always tell the man that fucked off though. When they come home being too nice, too sweet,
right?
Something up. Like that shit ain't.
I don't know. I come home and went to sleep.
That's for me. I think I'd be shy. I had to get to I had to go to sleep.
Straight to the shower, straight to the bed.
Yeah. I had to go to sleep.
The first sign of telling on yourself.
Yeah, that's me. I don't care if it's 3 PM. I got to go to sleep. Covers up to my neck.
Oh man, hell no.
I'm asleep.
That was I get shy.
Yeah. I can't hold no conversation. And I know what I just did to you. I've had the advantage that every time I did cheat, I didn't live with a woman.
I think it only really felt bad to me when I had when it was more than just cheating. When I had some type of emotional ties to the person I was fucking with. And that's usually because your situation already rocky and on its way out.
Right.
You feel me? And the person you with may be trying to work it out and you kind of just dead in your head and you stringing it along. But like any other, if I just know I just partied and just fucked off, I don't really feel bad. It's kind of just like I just got my rocks off. Now I can reset at my shit and focus on my shit again. But
you ever cheated and went home and been a better man?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Because you get your rocks off.
Once you get that shit off, you go home and you fix the life.
Women don't understand it. Yeah, you don't understand. We'll go out there and get our rocks.
And y'all shouldn't, ladies. Don't understand that part.
Yeah,
they shouldn't. But you're right. But they don't.
Right.
Don't put that on them.
That shit is about the difference, bro.
Like that's normalizing cheating right there. What he just said.
Yeah.
We're really better when we get it out. Now that's yeah.
See, it's one. It's that shit. The good analogy is like if you let's say you watch porn and you get you one off. Yeah. You click that shit off and you like, bro, I ain't got to do that shit for a minute.
Yeah,
like
you get productive. You start thinking about shit you need to do.
Right. But for you to fuck off with somebody you like is almost equivalent to you jacking off to that fucking porn, and you put your shit back and you finish watching. You keep watching.
Hey, listen.
How crazy is that?
I don't know anybody to keep watching.
Now do this. If you want to know how sick you are, just do this next time though. Next time you watch porn and jack off, right? When you finish and you know getting yourself together, just let it keep playing. Don't look at it. Just listen to it. Brother, that shit sound. You be like, what the fuck am I listening to?
Right, what am I doing?
That shit sounds.
I say that's crazy because I never even got to that point. It's like once I spit that nut out, nigga, it's done. I don't want nothing
that's
else.
normally how I go. But I remember one day I got up, I forgot to click the shit off, but I'm getting all my shit together and I'm just listening. I'm like, man, cut that shit off.
Right,
I'm
you
like,
it's unbearable.
Man, it's unbearable. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Man, listen.
But that's how you should feel.
And just a second ago I was glued to that.
But
that's crazy because the best piece of advice I ever got is before you go cheat, just jack off.
Never.
No.
Yeah,
because
I'm still gonna want to cheat.
Yeah,
so
but you're aggressive.
Yeah.
But listen,
because there's been some times and this shit. I done got my rocks off, and it was like I'm not even gonna hit up that person that I'm gonna hit up.
Right, because you physically can't fuck right then because your shit don't work.
You can because you know it's gonna be an hour.
But that's when you really don't approve of the whole you finna go fuck.
Right,
like that's when it's below your standard. You were just going to do something out of sport. But if it's something decent, you ain't jacking off.
You're gonna get that little bit.
You're gonna get that.
Yeah, but you should feel if you are fucking off the right way, you should feel the same way you feel when you get done with that porn. Right. You should be ready to click that shit off and be done with it, and you should be disgusted. You feel me? You should go on about your business. But if you don't feel like that, you need to go home and break up with your old lady.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's equivalent to that 20 minutes you got to spend with your side girl after you fuck. Like when you got to act like you
that's
care
the worst.
Talk about her day.
That is the worst.
That's
though.
the worst.
Like nobody wants to spend time with their side chick after they fuck.
Nah, when you nut and you got to pretend like you care about the conversation after that motherfucker.
Right.
That's the worst 20 minutes.
You really want to get the fuck up and just go. Like I'm sorry, bitch. I'm not feeling you. I want to go.
And so you say your mama and them good?
Yeah. And
no. You know the main question. So what you about to do?
Shit, I'm about to get the fuck up out of here.
Get the fuck up out of here. Exactly.
That serves to the point I made earlier about having two. It's just like one of them is gonna always have that vibe, and I don't think nobody deserves that vibe. Nobody deserves the side chick vibe.
Nah. Last question before we close. Hey, when y'all let y'all side chick go home, when y'all drop her off, y'all stay until she get in the house, or y'all pull off as soon as she get out the car?
I wait till she get in the house.
I wait till you get in the house.
I wait till she get in the house.
That's for my main girl. See, ladies, I'm better than them. I treat you right. I'll let you nah. So just know if I cheat on you, I ain't even see she made it in good.
You don't
know she got kidnapped or
nothing.
But see, you got to cover your own trail though, because if you got
it don't matter because you the last text or calling their phone, so they come for your ass anyway.
Right. I'm gonna tell the feds I don't know what I'm talking about. So she died.
Shit, they know. They know.
Yeah. Why y'all telling me this stranger died? Just put it in the news. I need to know.
So the topic of the podcast tonight is do men suffer in silence?
Absolutely.
So what's your answer?
My answer is absolutely. Everything we talked about is men suffering in silence.
We do.
So why?
Everything is with
why?
Men. Huh?
Why do you feel like we suffer in silence?
But I feel like that's the journey of a man. So let's not make it to where we trying to necessarily
like
change.
we're victims.
Yeah, like because that's not the case. Mm-hmm. Your job as a man, you're put here to do a certain things. Everything has a function, and I think that a lot of burdens that are placed on our shoulders are what's meant for us to go through. It makes you a better person. It builds better character.
Right.
It helps you become a better protector, provider, and a better father for your children. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The only thing that I was saying is that if we begin to operate in these natural structures for us to actually suffer in silence, I just believe that there should be some more of a reward for a man.
What are you suffering for?
What are we suffering from?
That's what I'm saying. What are you suffering in silence for?
Exactly, because even the things that we commit to have no benefit to us. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, as much as ladies gonna hate this, there is no benefits for a man in a relationship.
There's none.
Right. You can say being with you is a benefit. Okay, cool, but none of us are that special as humans.
At the end of the day, the reward is the pussy, and we're gonna get the same pussy if we cheating, if we being faithful.
But that's why I say like the natural dynamic of everything is off, bro. Because the reason why men say shit like that is like all we get is some pussy. It's because pussy ain't supposed to be that accessible.
Right.
Right.
Because it's so accessible.
It's not supposed to be.
It's not supposed to be. Pussy is supposed to be something that where you get one, you're proud to have it, and you're grateful to have one that belongs to you.
But that's low key. We say that all the time. That's the only thing we enjoy about a relationship, brother. What do you enjoy about a relationship?
But that's all we need. That's all we. Really, you feel what I'm saying? My thing is
no, we need more than that. No, we just become accustomed to
right.
it.
We do need more than that.
Yeah, but
we do. But what I'm saying is that when I say relationship, bro, I'm not from a traditional standpoint.
Right.
No, we don't get shit. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just like from a natural state. You feel me?
Right.
Like if pussy was something that was hard to come by. You feel what I'm saying? It was just like the ultimate thing. You feel me? It was above cars, clothes, jewelry, and all this shit.
Right.
You feel me? And if it had the value that it's supposed to fucking have, we would value it more, and we would feel. And it's just like, yeah, of course, like, and we want you to be what you're supposed to be in your essence as well.
Right.
But if we didn't have all these fucking extra steps, bro, you feel me? We desire so much more comfort and all those things because we have the extra steps that we talked about.
Right.
But if we went back to our essence where there were no extra steps and we just were functioning how we were supposed to function, pussy would be a lot more than what it is. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
in this environment, in the game we're playing, in the world we're playing, we don't benefit shit at all.
Right.
But check this out. I guess at least what I'm trying to convey, and I think you are too. I think we all are, bro. At the end of the day, all we're saying is to be a functioning man or male, we need something put back in our tank. Love is energy, bro. Everything
absolutely.
is give and take, right? So it's like, okay, cool. Men have to operate under all of these standards. What is being put back into our tank? We shouldn't require much. The job of a man is actually to make other people happy. It's actually you find joy, and I can speak for me. I just assume for you also. Bro, I love when I do something for my lady.
Absolutely.
Right.
I love when I pay a bill. I
Absolutely.
love when I do something for my
Can't
child.
wait
For real.
Right.
It makes me feel better than someone doing something for me. I get awkward and strange when somebody does something for me. I don't even know how to take that, right? So it's cool. It is my job. But what we're saying is when you're with a man who actually does those things, you have to consciously pour back into his tank. He might not know what to ask you for. He might not know exactly what he needs because it's not on his mind every day. Right. But you have to keep in mind his cup is going empty.
And
he has the
this.
responsibility of and then don't fuck around and be black. Because now you got the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Right.
Black men deal with shit on jobs, in business, and shit, bro. It's a whole list of things that your man go through before he even come back through the door.
So do you think black women understand what black men go through outside the house?
No,
they never will. And I want women to understand though that like pussy does pour into the tank, so don't get it twisted. Pussy pours into the tank, but it only
absolutely.
But it only puts us at a quarter tank. We need to be full. You feel me? So you putting some pussy in. Yeah, it has value. So don't let what we saying make you feel like pussy ain't got no value because it does. That is the sacred thing. Having somebody that you fucking connected.
It has to
with
be
like
sacred
that.
though. You can't be giving pussy to everybody.
Of course not. But you don't want nobody that's put like so. We like when we have conversations here, man. We have to determine like what audience we're referring to, and if we're going to talk about something, we have to talk about the way things are supposed to be, and not, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So pussy does contribute to the tank, but it's only a quarter tank. We need more than that. Right. We need more than pussy. Because
you get pussy from anywhere.
Right. And even if it's something, it can be
really
small things. It
really ain't shit but an oil change. Right. Pussy's more like an oil change. You feel me? Yeah, sure, but you can't keep putting the same oil back into this motherfucker.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Right. But the fuel is, people say male ego all the time. Okay, so what? Males have egos. Right. It is your job as a woman to stroke your male's ego. Make his dick feel the biggest. Make when he does something for you, make you seem like, oh my God, I couldn't have done this without you. Who gives a fuck if you could have done it without him? Right. You get what I'm saying? Right. It is your job because in the same token, you want him to make you feel the same way. Because you want him to make him feel like he could get this pussy with nowhere else.
If you do that.
Because just like women enjoy being lied to, men enjoy being lied to.
Exactly. They want their ego stroke. We want our ego stroke, and we want you to make us feel like we the best thing that happened.
Right.
That's why you to feel like you the best thing.
Right. That's why that's the first question the man asks you when you cheat is, was it better than me?
Right.
You feel me? Your answer is supposed to be no, even if it was. You feel me?
So going back to the topic, do men suffer in silence? Do you prefer to suffer in silence? I do because I feel like you don't have nobody to talk to anyway. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. So you might as well just go through it alone.
That's why I say we have to like be careful with the whole emotional shit, because that's kind of your fucking job. That's what we do.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like we're in this society, bro, we're being emasculated, and it's almost like everything that we stand for is being stripped from us. Everything we're supposed to be is being stripped from us. We're not supposed to be this. We're not supposed to be that. And it's all of these things we are supposed to be that. You feel me?
Right.
It's on us. Like, motherfucker, you supposed to grit your teeth and bear it and fucking get through some shit. You feel me? That's what men do.
But you're also supposed to be able to express your feelings, get off your chest how you feel.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to understand.
Yeah, but there's a like.
But that's what this is, though. It's just
Right.
making women aware of what we
Right.
go through,
Right.
bro. Just
Right.
like they have spent eons trying to make us aware of what they go through, and now there's this overcorrection.
But I think we take their
going on.
feelings into consideration more than they take our feelings
Because
into consideration.
absolutely, because that's what your natural state is to
Right.
take the right. You can't be in a relationship with a woman if you don't take her feelings into consideration.
But at the
they
same
can be in a
time,
relationship
like,
with you without
we-
taking your feelings into
Right.
consideration.
But
Because-
that's not right, because we need that. We need you to know how we feel. I had a woman
Right.
tell me once that you acting like a female just because I expressed to her how I felt about the
Right.
situation.
Yeah, and those are the women you should let jump off the ship.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Those are the women you let walk the plank.
Right.
I'll see you when you get back.
Because if you don't care
Yeah.
about my feelings, why should I care about yours?
Facts. I'll see you when you get back.
Right.
Yeah,
Don't walk the plank.
we should have feelings, man, but we also should goddamn understand like the role of a man.
Right.
And
And
some-
understand that they don't care about our feelings, so we just need to press them.
No, they should care.
Right.
Yeah, they should care.
Our
They should
role
care.
shouldn't change, but
They
their
should
view
care,
of, their
but they
view-
don't.
Yeah,
right, but
yeah,
we
you
need
should-
to change that.
yeah,
Their
you-
view of our role should change.
Right.
Right.
They should care about your feelings,
Right.
bro. But my thing is, you shouldn't have to be in your feelings for them to care about your feelings.
Facts.
That's my point.
Facts.
Is that like I shouldn't have to be a whiny ass man for
Right.
you to
They should
fucking
say
give a fuck.
something is off.
Like,
And if you
like I
express
should be
that
able to
something
be
is
as
off,
strong
they
as
should
I
be okay
am
with it.
Right.
and suffering in silence as I am.
Yeah.
You feel me? Ain't don't nothing feel better to a man for a woman to just come randomly rub his shoulders,
Right.
Or randomly do something for him,
Right.
You feel me? Just
Right.
because she can sense, like we want you to get your motherfucking receptors right to where you can sense shit.
Yeah.
We don't have,
Right.
we shouldn't have
Man.
to tell you. Just like you shouldn't have to tell me, I shouldn't have to tell you.
A woman can see you going through something and come add to
You feel what I'm
it.
saying?
A woman can see you stressed out.
and add to it.
How about this though?
Yeah.
And another thing.
Yeah.
You be like, God damn, you didn't see I was
Right.
going through it?
Right.
Right.
You can't tell I had a bad day?
Yeah, I had a motherfucker
Yeah.
on the phone. I'm just like, yeah, man. I got on as soon as I get on the phone, and we hadn't been really communicating well. And I get on the phone, and I'm just like, now mind you, I just had a full 45-minute conversation about how they feel.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I get on the phone the next day, and I'm just like, hey, yeah, my partner wife just died. You know what I'm saying? Like we were real close. Their wife just died. You feel me?
Right.
And they were just like, oh, that's sad. And then commenced
To talk about her
to
day.
talk about how they feel and
Yeah.
some shit going on with them
Right.
and how I don't. I'm just like, bro, like, did you not just? You feel me?
Yeah,
You
that's
disregard it, and
that's-
but you want to talk to me about some shit that happened, motherfucker that died.
Right. That's
You
crazy.
feel
But
me?
can you
That's
believe they
crazy.
ain't give me time off from work today?
Yeah, you like, yeah, right? Did you just hear me?
Right.
Yeah, so it's
I
just
think I
like,
heard you,
yeah,
but-
it's just like, bro, we just naturally. I'm naturally inconsiderate, and it's not on purpose. That's just the way I was raised. I'm raised in a household with 9 other people, so it was get it how you live.
Right.
You had to be selfish, and you had to get it how you live because everybody was getting it how they live. There was nobody to tend to you or look out for you. So that's something that I work on, and I'm aware of it. So when I'm being selfish or inconsiderate, I have to catch myself. I'm late for everything. That's that's an inconsiderate thing. You feel me? To be late for something when you got somebody on time.
Right.
You feel me? So
Right,
that's something
right.
that I try to work on and try to be better at, but I recognize it, which is important. So when I do it, even if I am late, I'm gonna make sure you feel okay about me being late. All right, man, I got lunch today. You feel me? I'm gonna give you a discount. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do all these things because I'm aware
That I was late.
that I was
Yeah,
late.
yeah,
You feel what I'm saying? Versus being somebody that show up and just be like, my bad, and we just keep it moving. You feel me?
Right,
No, I have
right.
to make you feel like your time is valuable because I made you feel like it wasn't at some point.
No, I'm with you.
So it's just women, we have to do that with each other. Women have to pay attention to signs and look at shit and give a fuck to change it. And we have to do the same thing. Pay attention, look at signs, and give a fuck to change it. Because we get comfortable in our relationships and our situations to where we stop paying attention or giving a fuck, and all we think about is ourselves and what we can get out of a situation.
Right.
And men don't have that luxury because most of
I
your
would say
time in a
men don't.
relationship is spent catering to a motherfucker.
Right.
Right.
But,
You know what I'm saying?
women normally go into it looking what they're going to get out of
Right,
it.
what- how they gonna be catered to.
Benefits me,
Yeah.
how this and
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
you know what I mean? Which is fine. Just also think about the other side of it. That's what we're saying. So even if you don't change your thought about why you get into relationships, have a reward system for the motherfucker that's gonna live up to this, man. I remember one time, I say this, I know we over 2 hours, so we gonna close. But I remember watching this shit, what's the name of that fucking movie? With the vampires and the wolves and fall in love. Twilight, right? You remember that shit came out, right? So we watching Twilight, and I'm watching this shit with my girl. You know, the movie go off. She kind of got this little sad face going on, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what's wrong? You okay? She was like, why you just can't be more like Edward? Look, I looked at her and said, for who?
Right.
For you?
Right.
No, and it was so funny when I said that because she tried to stop me before I can even get into my rant because she knew she fucked up, right?
Right.
I'm like, you want me to be Edward for you. Edward is Edward for Bella. Bella then left her daddy, then died, became a vampire.
Right.
She never leave this nigga alone. I can't get you to stop going to the club. And you want me to be Edward for you? I can't get you to do shit. Right. She done died for this nigga. Literally died. She gonna live forever, eternally. I'm a vampire now.
Right.
You feel me? Edward wouldn't even try to save my girl. Edward would have been like, nah, I fucked up. I'm gonna go ahead and let you live.
Out here, yeah.
Right, but it's that mentality that women typically think about what they want out of a relationship and never really realize what they should give in a relationship.
And I think women naturally are looking to receive more than what they give.
True, absolutely, but it's too far over now. It's just too far over. I think women should receive more than they give.
They should, but they're not willing to give.
Yeah, it's too far gone now. Now it's just all what the fuck I can get and take this pussy.
You expected that list to be 10 to 2. Now it's 100 to 2.
Right. Because they feel like pussy is the end all be all. Like I'm giving you pussy, and there's that.
It's really 10 to 1.5. Like
you should be okay with that.
And you the only one that can get this pussy. It's like 1 and 1/8.
Right, but in reality, you ain't the only one getting that pussy.
And even if you are, you don't really care for that to be the trade off.
Right, exactly. That's not the trade off.
I don't even factor in if a motherfucker cheating on me or not because that's irrelevant. It's just like even if you wasn't cheating on me, that's not an even swap.
And the sad part is women who got that good pussy that would be enough, they give it to everybody. They be the hoes with that fire ass pussy. Like, damn, this bitch give it to everybody.
But some women give up pussy and think they pussy is everything and not realize they pussy really whack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right. Bitch trying to be faithful to the whack
like,
pussy.
Here, this the prize.
Bitch, your pussy ain't even all that.
It's the worst prize ever.
Right.
This a third. This a bronze medal. Nobody had bitch. I gotta go. Shit.
This is bronze. Yeah.
That shit.
I'm going for gold.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, but
take us out, man.
Good conversation, man. Moral of the story is I do want people to know that we're not trying to normalize cheating whatsoever. I think that's the big thing for me on this episode. I want that young lady to understand that that's not what we're trying to do. All we're doing on here is just normalizing the essence of what's going wrong in life and the misunderstandings that we have in amongst one another. And also be able to separate. This is just an open conversation between bros that we're going to give out to the world, right? So be able to separate what we said from who we are as people outside of this podcast. You can live one way and still recognize reality, right? You get what I'm saying? I can still be in a monogamous relationship and recognize that the reality is that this isn't normal. You get what I'm saying?
It's definitely not normal.
Right.
But for all the men and women out there, man, sign up for what you could do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stop signing up for some shit
like
you can't do, and
said,
that'll kill a lot of the problem.
Like Bones said, sign up for what you could do and be honest. Motherfucker, like I'm gonna be honest to you, you be honest to me, and then our relationship can function in a whole better capacity because we are being honest.
Long journey, but I guess we just start one person at a time, man. Hopefully more podcasts start having open discussions like this. But anybody rocking with us to this point, man, we thank you for tuning in for 2 hours. This is the Anxiety Issues Podcast. Stay tuned for the next episode. We appreciate all the love and support. Take care.